What it do? What it do? Salute to everybody. Y'all already know what it is. When you come in the building, hit that like button and jump in the chat and let me know you in the building. Yeah, Devin Blocker off in the building. What's happening with it? Nitty G off in the building. What's good with it? Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. We got so much to cook on today. Yeah, we really gonna get it today. We got a whole lot to cook on. I'm gonna bring my man Batman in the building in a little bit. Right now, hey, yeah, we got a whole lot to cook on. A great weekend of boxing. A great weekend of boxing. Yeah, we had a great weekend of boxing, and we got a whole lot to cook on today. Like I said, as you come in the building, smash on that like button and jump in the comment section. Let me know you in the building. Let me see. Yeah, y'all already know, man. We gonna cook today. Yeah, it's going down for real. Yeah. And a lot was going on in boxing this weekend. A whole lot was going on in boxing. Let me get my man Batman this link. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, jump in the comment section. Let me know you in the building when you arrive, when you enter in. This weekend we got Floyd and Logan Paul this weekend. I have forgot about that. I forgot about that fight. You know, it's going. We gonna see what it is. We gonna see what that's talking about. I'm ready to hear her to see how he looking though. What's good with it, Batman?
What's up, Q?
Oh man, same pimp suit just reheated. Nope. Yeah, we got a whole lot to cook on, man, today. A whole lot was going down, man.
Yeah, man, it was a good weekend, man.
Yeah, man, boxing starting to heat up. Boxing starting to heat up. It's starting to, it's starting to look like something. For a long time, we wasn't getting shit. It's starting to look like something now.
Yeah, it's looking all right, man. We still need the best to fight the best, though.
Yeah, but we getting fights. You know what I'm saying?
We getting good.
Slowly but surely. Man, I'm watching Wilder right now, man. I hadn't seen this shit. Man, Wilder looking explosive, dog. With the combinations, the head movement. Yeah. Wilder looking good. I'm watching I guess Fred had posted another workout Wilder was doing right now. Yeah. He moving his head. He getting off the line. Wilder could already do all that shit. He just had got away from all that shit.
Yeah, he looked good, man. He looking good. Hope he don't you know what I'm saying? Hope he don't go back to what he's doing. Go back to what he was doing.
He's serious now. Did you see the
I'm talking about
you seen this one? You seen this one?
No, I ain't saying them.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna show you. Yeah. Hold on. Run it from the top.
I just hope he when he in the ring, he don't convert back.
Nah. Wilder been training for a whole year, been through 3 training camps. So, it ain't like he just started working on this shit. He been working on all this shit for a whole year now.
For a whole year.
So repetition. Yeah, and so we know that repetition is the key.
But
right?
But I know this: if it ain't working, you will go back to doing what you was doing, what you know was something with.
But when it's instilled in you, repetition is the key. So, like I said, he been doing this for over a year now. So he know what he got to do. He locked in and he focused. You see what I'm saying? He's locked. When you locked in and you focus like that, you a man on the mission, and you know exactly what you got to do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it don't work in the first couple of rounds, don't just stop doing it. This what dudes do. I mean, and
that's what your corner is for. That's why you have a good corner. That's why you have somebody to trust in your corner that you can really, take their guidance and you trust them. That's what that rapport and that relationship of whoever you got in your corner. That's what they for.
Yeah,
Look,
but you also
stick to the game plan.
But you also as the fighter got to do the fighter. It all starts with the fighter. The corner.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know what you're saying. But like I just feel that now he's locked in and he focused and he finna go out there and do some real motherfucking damage to Tyson Fury.
Like I said, I hope when it's not working the first couple of rounds, he stick to the game plan, and then when it start working, it's gonna start working. That's all.
Right. Yeah, and I really think he is. Boat Hype, what's happening with it? Salute to you. TJ Sports Nation, what's happening with it? Omega Red in the building, what's happening? Big Omega. Young Murder Cut Man, what's happening with it?
Man, where my man at, man? My man coming in today?
Money? Yeah, man. I think Money. He matter of fact, let me send him this link. He finna he might come in later because I think he had a function, man. He got a little function going on. I'm glad you remind me because I gotta send him this link.
I got some words for Money, man.
Yeah. Man, what and I wanna let's start out, man, by first I want to talk about Nonito Donaire and Obali, and then I want to get on the motherfucking maybe the new king of the 140-pound division if he get his chance, and that's Anton Russell. But before we get on Anton Russell, Mr. Reyes J, what's happening with it? He said he's a plus 245 in Vegas, could be decent come up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get busy on that betting line. That ain't no secret. Hey, I'm getting busy on that betting line. But we gonna talk about that later. But man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got a chance to watch the Nonito Donaire against Obali. And
I went back and rewatched it. I had watched Devin.
Yeah, man. So, man, Nonito Donaire, man, I fuck with Nonito Donaire heavy. I'm not finna sit up here and lie to y'all. Excuse me. I picked Obali to beat him, because your first thoughts is like, okay, Nonito Donaire, he close to 40 years old, and we don't know if he got it no more. It was years ago, probably it's been probably like 6, 7 years ago that Nonito Donaire looked like he was on the fucking downward trend, right? Remember, he got beat by Rigondeaux. Then motherfucking the Axeman, Nicholas Walters came and whooped him. And I'm talking about them dudes whooped the shit out of Nonito Donaire. So we way back then we was like, okay, Nonito Donaire, he kind of washed up, And a lot of people counted him out. But Nonito Donaire, man, he showed that a whole new resurgence, man. We seen what he did to Inouye. He gave Inouye a hell of a fight.
Styles make fights though.
Yeah, he gave Inui a hell of a fight, and now he came in on Saturday night. He was the big underdog, and man, he put it on O'Bally. He destroyed that dude. You know what I'm saying?
It was a perfect style for him. O'Bally stood there right in front of him.
Yep.
Couldn't get out the way of the hook. If I was O'Bally coach, I'd have took his hook away. That's all you had to do was move to his hook. Just move that direction. I mean, they ain't going there with no game plan. He went in there to fight.
Yeah, but Donaire, man, he, like I said, man, he looked good, and he went in there with destruction on his mind, and that's what he did. You can tell, man, and he showed, and he showed that fucking power he got, especially at that weight division, is real.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that leads last. This is strength.
Yeah, man, that power he showed that power he got is real, man. At that weight division, man. And shit, who next, man? Because I know they was like in the little round robin tournament. Who he got next, man? Who you see Donaire fight next?
Rigondeaux. If that's the case, Rigondeaux about to fight for the WBO belt. If Rigondeaux win, or
Rigondeaux is about to fight that Asian kid, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't see Rigondeaux beating dude. Rigondeaux's fighting style has changed too much. Rigondeaux, he's more, offensive. Rigondeaux don't move as much no more, so he get hit a lot more. And I don't think I don't see Rigondeaux beating that Asian dude. What's his name?
I mean, he got a chance.
Yeah, he got. Of course, he got a chance for sure.
So it'll be the Asian dude or Rigondeaux facing Lee. And then
what's the Asian dude name? Man, I can't think of his name. The Filipino.
Is he Filipino?
Yeah, he's Filipino.
I forgot his name. God damn, man, I forgot his name.
I'm gonna look it up right now because it's gonna bother me, man. Hold on. It is he fighting. Hold on. Rigondeaux fighting. Yeah, John Real Casimir. Yeah, he fighting man. And Casimir, man, he can fight. He can fight, but he do got 4 L's on his record, He got 4 L's on his record.
I was looking at it right because they was going to put him against my little brother, Tonio. But they never did it. So he can fight. He comes pressure.
He explosive. That's what he is. He's explosive, man. He quick and he explosive.
But when I did my tape on him, he's there to be hit.
Yeah, he is. He is there to be hit. If he stand up there with Rigondeaux and try to trade with Rigondeaux, he could go to sleep.
Yeah, he can go to sleep, or Rigo can go to sleep. But if I was Rigo trainer, I'm using more head movement, trying to slip in position. Because he's going to be always there. He reminds me of Pacquiao without no speed.
Right.
He's a stand-up fighter. He's going to be there to get hit.
My thing, man, what surprised me is when he beat Tete. You know what I'm saying? When he beat Tete, because Tete, man, could fight. I thought for a minute, man, Tete was going to win that whole little tournament that they had going on. And when John Casimir, when John Roel Casimir, the Filipino dude, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it's something like that shit. When he beat Tete, that shit surprised me. Like I said, that's what really put me on notice, and I really started paying attention to him when he beat Tete.
I saw the fight. Tete was outboxing him a little bit, but he slumped him.
Right.
I mean, right. Punches always has a chance in the fight.
Yeah.
It shows you that with Devin Haney this weekend.
Right. EJJ King, what's happening with it? Valentine, what's happening with it? I appreciate you, EJ. Yeah, man. So that's a fight. I'm looking to see, that will be a hell of a fight though, man. If Rigondeaux can pull that off, Because, like you said, man, styles make fights. If dudes stand in front of Rigondeaux like that, Rigondeaux might sleep him. You feel me? And now that I think about it, that is a perfect style for Rigondeaux because he got power, he quick. Even though he don't move like he used to, he still can bang. The motherfucker still got pop.
Yeah, but got pop. Also, he don't move but he still can see and slip punches.
Yeah, right. And he still got a lot of pop. And them Asian dudes, the Filipino dudes, one thing about them is they gonna be there to be hit because they not finna. They defense ain't they main priority.
Man, they with the offense makes defense.
Right, exactly. So man, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. Let me see, when is that Rigondeaux fight again, man? Because that shit should be coming up real soon.
It's in August.
Oh, that's in August. Okay, damn, that's a little ways out, man. But yeah, man. Shit. Let's go ahead and talk about, man. Let's talk about, man, Gary. Let's talk about Gary Anton Russell, man. Gary Anton Russell, he went out there to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? What I seen in Gary Anton Russell is, once he found out that he was getting put up against Adrien Broner's, last opponent, Santiago, I think Gary Anton Russell, he made it his duty. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to fucking make a statement. I want to show everybody that AB and the rest of these dudes, they ain't on my fucking level. They not on my level. And I think he went out there and he showed destruction from the time the fucking bell rang. He wanted to let everybody know that, look, AB couldn't get the fucking job done. You know what I'm saying? And put AB in the ring and he was supposed to get the job done, but AB couldn't get the job done. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do what he couldn't do, right? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do what he couldn't do, and I'm going to show everybody that if you put AB in the ring with me, I'm going to beat his motherfucking ass too, and I'm going to stop him too. And that's exactly what he did. Gary Anton Russell, he came and he made a fucking huge statement. I'm talking about he pressed out Giovanni Santiago from the first round. He never let him breathe. He stayed on him like flies on shit. And you know what I'm saying? Giovanni Santiago, he didn't have no answer. It didn't matter what he tried to do. He didn't have no answer for Gary Anton Russell. And Gary Anton Russell showed he was a fucking problem. Combinations, jab, he showed he could fight on the outside. He showed he could fight on the inside. He showed that he's strong. All of that, man. He showed that, all of that. He do tend to smother some of his punches, but he got 11, 13 fights, something like that. This kid is scary because he's a gym rat. He continued to get better, and he's going to continue to get better. And he did call out Adrien Broner because one thing I seen is Giovanni Santiago. He could have continued, right? He quit. You know why he quit? Is because he realized it's nothing I can do to beat this kid. I've tried everything I can, and it's nothing that I can do in the ring that's better than Gary Anton Russell. So he made a decision when he was sitting on that stool. He made a decision. Should I go out there, you know what I'm saying, and just fucking, let my nuts hang and continue to get the shit beat out of me, right? Or should I just, pack it in because I realize it ain't shit that I can do? Should I just pack it in because I know it's nothing else I can do, and I'm going to continue to get the shit beat out of me, and he's eventually going to stop me anyway? So he made that decision because they asked him several times on that stool when Santiago was sitting there, do you want to continue? What's up? You want to continue? We're going to stop the fight. Do you want to continue? He told him, nah, straight flat out. Nah, I'm good. He told him, nah. And to me, dog, it's either that it's either two things, right? That made Adrien Broner, right? It made let everybody know that Adrien Broner is washed up and he's done. Or Gary Anton Russell is just on a whole nother level. Y'all can decide what y'all for y'allself. But at the end of the day, we all know that Gary Anton Russell is a problem because to me, AB didn't really have nothing from fucking Santiago. You know what I'm saying? Santiago, I think he beat AB straight flat out. He beat Adrien Broner. And for this young kid, Gary Anton Russell to come out and do, Santiago like that, and y'all gotta think, Santiago was at his best because his confidence is high, and he like, damn, shit, I did what I had to do to AB like that, and I know I beat AB. So what that did is that made his confidence skyrocket. That made him think like, damn, AB is one of the top fighters in the sport. He's one of the biggest name in the sport. And I just beat him, right? I just beat him. And so he's thinking like, damn, I'm on that level now. I'm really on that level because until you get in the ring with a guy that has a big name like AB, you might think you're on that level, but you don't know, right? Until you get in the ring with one of them. So what happened is Santiago did what he did against AB, and he's thinking like, man, I'm really on that fucking level. I'm really on that level. And Gary Anton Russell, he came out and he wanted to show. Go take your ass back to wherever you came from in Puerto Rico because you ain't on that fucking level, and I'm gonna show you not nowhere near my level. And then called out AB. Right. And then he called out AB. Right. But when they asked him, do you think that AB will really fight you after a performance like this? He kind of laughed and he was like, shit, you got to ask that man. And I'm going to let y'all know right now, that ain't shit but a fantasy matchup because that's a matchup that we'll never get. Adrien Broner will never get in the ring with Batman little brother, Gary Anton Russell. Yet he knows that he can't beat Gary Anton Russell. And it's just not going to happen. They're not going to be able to pay Adrien Broner enough money to get in the ring with Gary Anton Russell. It's not going to happen. But one of these dudes, they eventually going to have to fight Gary Anton Russell. And I know ain't nobody going to be stepping up to the plate to fight him. But Gary Anton Russell, right, he is a problem for anybody at the 140-pound division. And on any given night, he can beat any of them dudes at 140 pounds. And I'm talking about Josh Taylor. I'm talking about Jose Ramirez. And I'm talking about Regis Prograis. The fight that I would love to see. And I wish that Gary had called out Regis Prograis, right? Instead of Adrien Broner because, yeah, Adrien Broner got that name. But like I said, let's keep it 100. Adrien Broner's never going to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So I wish that he would have called out Regis. Because what I would have had him do if I was in his position, I would have told him to say, look, AB, if you want it, you can come fucking get it because I just finished off the work that you couldn't finish and I'll finish you off too. But if you scared, you got another man that's calling you out and his name is Regis Prograis and you look like that you don't want to smoke with Regis Prograis. So I'm calling you out, Regis Prograis, and I want to let you know that if AB don't want to smoke with you, what's up? Me and you can get it. That's what I would have had him do because I think that Regis Prograis got nuts. And Regis Prograis would actually fight Gary Anton Russell. And that would be a great fight, action-packed fight. And that's a fight that I think they could make happen, But let me read some of these comments and I'm gonna let Batman cook on, on his fam. I don't know what the fuck that is. Nitty G says Gary Anton Russell is a problem. He put the whole division on notice. Yeah, real talk. Man, where the fuck is these troll ass clowns coming from? Yeah, Nitty G said, I don't know because AB don't duck smoke. Well, AB in the past, AB ain't never ducked no smoke. So I feel you when you say that. But AB ducked Regis Prograis. And they asked AB about Regis Prograis several times, and he said that he wasn't gonna fight Regis Prograis. AB coach Matt Stafford has an interview on YouTube right now. You can go, you can go look up, and they asked Mike Stafford, like, what's up? We hearing rumors of AB and Regis, and Regis been calling it. And Mike Stafford said no. He said Regis need to go on somewhere. We got different plans, and he's not it. So they don't want to fight Regis Prograis. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, ain't no way in hell Adrien Broner beats Regis Prograis. But Anton Russell and Regis Prograis, that's a hell of a fight. But I want you to go ahead and cook on that, Batman.
Man, Shawty will stop AB, man. At the end of the day, I don't care what none of y'all say. His punch output, his pressure, he's gonna stop AB. AB don't want that work, man. AB don't want that work. They all are gonna say it. This is what they're gonna say, and I'm warning y'all what they're gonna say now. He don't have no belt. He haven't fought nobody. His name ain't big enough. That's their excuse is gonna be right now. Even when he get a belt, they not gonna want that work. Dog, y'all see what they do to Gary Russell Jr. And he's 2 times worse. He's 2 times worse. So what y'all think is going to happen? The only person might got balls, like you say, Regis Prograis. I respect Regis. He going after whoever. He called out more than AB. He called out Robert Easter.
Yeah, he did. You right.
He called out Tank Davis since Tank Davis said he's staying at 140. He called out Tank. And he called out Josh Taylor. And he's ready for Josh Taylor right now.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely he is. But let's keep it 100, right? Let's keep it all the way 100, Batman, because I know you will always go keep it 100, right? But when you go across those names that he called out, and Regis Prograis wasn't one of those names. And it's a lot going on. Maybe he didn't even think of Regis Prograis.
He don't know Regis Prograis. He don't know who Regis Prograis is. So that's why.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Maybe he ain't even think of Regis Prograis because ain't no way that Anton Russell ducking nobody. But I'm saying this to say that, right? I'm saying that to say this. All of those names that he named, let's keep it 100. We know that ain't none of them dudes gonna fight him.
I know.
None of those names that he named, none of them is gonna fight him. Now, Robert Easter might fight him.
He's gonna get his ass knocked the fuck out.
Might fight Anton Russell.
Fight him neither.
But I'm saying might. That's a slim chance. But I'm saying out of those names that we named, the closest fighter that maybe fight him would be Robert Easter. So what I'm saying is you need to go talk to him, get on his head, and have him get on Regis Prograis, because that is a big fight for him. And I think that Regis Prograis is a fighter that'll actually fight him. None of them other dudes are gonna fight him. Straight up and down.
I understand. I know that, but you gotta tell that to these fanboys. These fanboys that be backing their fighter, ducking niggas. That's what you gotta do. These fan dudes that be talking about he got a plan or motherfucking and I wanted money on here too, cause money. We don't want nobody spot, dog. We just want to fight the people y'all say the best. You know
what happened? What you say?
Money put up the video talking about it's a joint in the middle saying, Flash, you want my spat, Flash. But we don't want nobody spat, dog. We want to fight the best. And
see that in all that shit, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because somebody fucking calling you out, that's what the fuck you supposed to want to fight the best. It ain't about somebody wanting your spot or none of that shit. It's supposed to be a competitive sport. It's supposed to be, if you think you better than me and I think I'm better than you, we in the same weight division. Let's fight and prove who the best is. All of that you want.
Can I say this?
All that shit. I mean,
all right. Can I say this?
I understand it, but that ain't what it's all about all the time.
Let me say this though.
Let me read this, and before you say, let me read this. Let me read this super chat real quick. My man Matthew Valentine, always in the building, showing love and support. He say, I got Gary Anton Russell, fam. He says, I'm beyond the Russell bros. Antoine is different, man. And salute to Matthew Valentine once again. And go ahead and spit what you was finna say.
I was gonna say this. I was going like, man, since if we want to spat, dog, and that take money made, he was like, Gary ain't proved that he wanted to move, dog. When he about to fight Adrien Broner that took an L to fucking Leo Santa Cruz that was about to get it. Can we get an opportunity? Oh, well, we gotta pick some cotton or something. What we gotta do something for Master or something? What we gotta do? What we gotta do to get an opportunity? But these other guys get opportunities and you niggas don't say shit about that. Motherfucking Adrien Broner was just about to fight Tank Davis. Move up from 126. Just took a loss from Leo Santa Cruz and just about to get a fight with Tank Davis. But we a champion and we can't even get the opportunity to go fight another champion.
And I agree with everything that you saying, Batman. I agree with everything that you saying. But my whole thing, man, is calling out Tank Davis, right? You calling out Gary Anton Russell, calling out Tank Davis.
Gary Russell. I wasn't even talking about Antoine.
Well.
When we
I feel what you said. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying that Gary Anton Russell calling out Tank Davis. My thing is like some things that you do, you just wasting your fucking breath. You know what I'm saying?
He's fighting the caliber fighter right now. That Gary Antoine.
But come on, Batman. Let's keep it 100. Gary Anton Russell was wasting his breath calling out Tank Davis. Right, but why you calling out Tank Davis when you know that Tank Davis is not going to fight you? We know that Floyd, even if Tank wanted to fight, we know that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe wouldn't make that fight. So instead of wasting your time calling out guys that you know would never fight you, right? That's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? That is a waste of time. To me, call out, find out.
It's to prove something that your favorite fighter is a bitch.
But see, that's not proving nothing because you just wasting your time. Call out guys. Hold on. Look down the list, because if you at 140 and you said that he didn't know who Regis Prograis is, that's a problem. He should know exactly who Regis Prograis is.
He don't know because they don't be looking at that shit like that.
But they should. They should.
They should, but they don't.
He should know exactly.
Hold up. You keep on saying they should. That's like all these fighters should fight.
That's not the same. That is not the same thing. If you are in the 140-pound weight division, you should know who the top fighters at 140 is. Regis Prograis was the champion at 140 pounds for a long while.
Man, but wasn't nobody paying attention to Regis at first?
Nah, bro. That ain't no excuse. He should
know. People don't even pay attention to the 140 division.
Bro, if he's in the 140-pound weight division, he should know who Regis Prograis is.
He didn't. So that's over. He didn't.
So what I'm saying.
But listen, he will fight anybody at the 140 division.
I know that. Right? That ain't what I'm saying. See, you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying that he should have already known who Regis Prograis was. So
he didn't. That's over.
So it ain't over. So with that being said, now you saying that he did. Now he need to go back, right? Or you need to tell him or somebody, and he need to get on Regis Prograis head, because I think that Regis Prograis got a big enough name. He got a big name, right? And he probably the only one that'll really give him a fight. He probably the only one in the fight, Gary Anton Russell, because the rest of them motherfuckers ain't gonna give him no fight. Let's keep it 100. So he should have known who he was.
I know they ain't gonna give him a fight. I know them niggas gonna bitch up. I know them dudes gonna bitch up.
So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to like I think that if you in the weight division, you supposed to be stalking and knowing, especially if you on the come up like Gary Anton, you supposed to know who all them dudes is.
Man, he don't. They don't pay attention to boxing. They just fucking train, dog. They don't pay attention to the dog. Man, come on, dog. Be for real, dog. If that's the case, they'd be superstars if they was paying attention to what the fuck is going on, but they not. They just training and fight whoever they get put in front of. The only person paying attention to his fucking his fucking career now is Gary. But other than that, if that came along, he would never did what he did the first time to try to get fights. Come on, man.
Hey, that's a problem though, because
it is.
I hate to hear that, because I fuck with the whole Russell. I fuck with the whole Russell family, and they need to just move different when it comes to they got to do something, because
it's a problem. It's a problem that you got a lot of bitch ass fighters. That's the problem.
But Batman, we know that you cannot
understand
now in today's boxing. You can't just sit around and say, "Okay, I don't know who nobody is. I just train and I fight. That's it." You can't conduct business like that.
I understand that. Nowhere. It's fucked up, but you got a lot of bitch ass fighters out here.
But we know that. So knowing that, you got to move different.
I know y'all know that.
we can say we got bitch ass fighters and all that shit. We can say that shit a fucking million and 10 times.
And y'all still support these bitch ass niggas.
We can say that shit.
That's what I be talking about. The fake
Batman.
is always gonna be the fake is always gonna be
first of all, hey, don't say y'all, because also you know me. I'm gonna call that bullshit out. I'm one of the only ones that always call that bullshit out.
Yeah, but the fake is always going to be. Listen, and any aspects of life, the fake is always bigger than the real, dog. The motherfucker who fake it is always the motherfucker who make it. The real
and you know what I'm saying. You right for the most part, but see the thing is that you know.
I can't run a nigga.
They gotta realize that.
I can't really run a nigga career. I ain't getting paid enough. I ain't what you call. I fucking do the shit out of love. The shit I do right here is out of love for my brothers. But
right. So let me ask you this. Right? Let me ask you this. You knowing that how boxing is today, right? You know, and then you knowing what you said about your brothers, right? You knowing how they move. You said that they don't really pay attention to boxing. They don't really know who the fucking rest of these dudes is in their weight division and whatnot, because that's not that their focus is just training and then get the ring and fight. Where do you see them going with that, you know, moving like that? If they continue to move that, where do you see them going 5 years from now?
I mean, Antoine is going to go far because he's a fan favorite. He has a fan favorite style, so they ain't going to be able to really stay out his way if what's his name? Al Heyman move him, right? Because Earl Spence don't talk. Earl Spence ain't really talk. He just called motherfuckers out when he got a chance to do it after his fight, after he had a dominating fight. So he might go somewhere, but Gary Russell not. The way he moving, he not. The way he moving, he not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Antoine is different. He has a fan-friendly style. So the fans is gonna want to see him because y'all wasn't even talking about him until after this. After he destroyed somebody, Adrien Broner for.
I've been knowing who the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about everybody else.
So with that being said, Batman,
hold up.
What you saying is that
after this weekend, now you see his picture everywhere on everybody.
Right.
All right then.
Well, so basically, Batman, what you saying is that let me read this super chat real quick. Matthew Valentine off in the super chat once again showing love. He says, "I'm behind the Russell Bros. Keep grinding." And then my man Zenith 360, what's happening with you? He say IBF at 126 and 130 vacant. Gary need to make a move, and we'll jump on that. But let me say this real quick, right? So basically, what you saying is that y'all just gonna really, Gary Anton Russell is gonna put all of his faith in Al Heyman and the PBC to give him the fights, to keep him active, to keep him on TV. And that's just how he gonna move, to basically y'all gonna give me the big fights because I'm excited and I'm gonna put my faith in y'all to continue to, move me up the ladder.
Man, I guess, man. I can't really, man. Look, man. I can't really say the kid, man. He don't really like man, you just got. I just can't really talk about my brother on national like this, but behind closed doors, man, he's not the kid that's gonna do that, man. He's not the kid that's gonna keep on popping up on Instagram. That's gonna keep on getting on the dude's show. And then when he get on the dude's show, he gonna talk Black Power shit. So you know what I'm saying?
But see, this is the thing, right? Because he can speak, and they can all talk that shit. It ain't like that they, you know what I'm saying, that they get on the mic and you think that they acting and they trying to put on the act and they can't really talk shit. Like they can really talk shit, and what they be talking, they really believe it. It shit be real.
They can, but man, look, man, motherfucking, how can I say this? How can I come out with this? Man, look, I'm just saying how I want. The Pops don't want them looking like villains, man. That's the reason why because he was mad at Gary for doing what he did. So, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't want a nigga looking like a villain. Man, but I be telling the motherfucker, man, if you gonna get paid and notice, and if they gonna step over, you gotta make a motherfucker notice you. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't control that. I can just give advice and ideas. And if you want to run with it and take it, you can take it. But at the end of the day,
it sucks. And it's fucked up that the boxing, because us growing up watching boxing in the 80s, Marvin Hagler, we can't fucking really tell you shit that he said, but fucking when you rich, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, it's hard to wake up sleeping on silk sheets. Other than that, we can't really fucking tell you shit that Hagler said. But back then it was different because you could let your talking, you can let your talking in the ring, and then you can become a star from being excited in the ring. But shit has changed. And it was fucked up.
Look how long it took Hagler to become a star. Bob Earl put his foot on Hagler neck.
Right. So man, I'm looking forward to seeing him, man. Hopefully, Al Heyman and the PBC continue to put these boys in front of your face, because before that, it was a lot of times that they was having fucking events and Gary Anton Russell was on the card, but they wouldn't even televising his fucking fights.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I was having to go on fucking on Facebook to see the shit. You know what I'm saying? Or YouTube sometimes.
Or YouTube to see the highlights. But
so it was some bullshit. So I hope they, I hope they notice what type of talent they have, and they start moving different, with them.
Man, I mean, if they want, he gonna put his faith in Al Heyman. I hope Al Heyman do the same. Take his faith and make it become a reality. Because if a motherfucker gonna put their faith in you, you might as well. I mean, like Gary put his faith in Al Heyman, but hey, he got fucked.
And like I continue to tell you all the time, if Gary Russell leave and go over to the zone, or I think that Gary Russell would. I think he'll be able to at least stay active in some decent fights.
Yeah,
because one thing Eddie Hearn gonna do is Eddie Hearn, if he got a fighter that he know that is on that fucking level like Gary Russell, Eddie Hearn is gonna do the talking for you if you ain't gonna talk. Eddie Hearn, he gonna lie for you. He gonna do whatever the fuck he gotta do to let the people know this dude is coming.
But two little brothers is science, so you know what I'm saying. I mean, I guess this is what I'm guessing. This is not nothing I really know. I'm guessing he's laying down on the store. You know what I'm saying? For nothing won't happen to them.
Right. Yeah. And I know we spoke about that. So yeah, man, it's a hard situation and it's fucked up, man. Situation I hate to see because all of them got so much talent.
Now, every time I get on a joint or talking, everybody like, when Gary gonna fight? When you think a motherfucker want to wait a year and a half to fight? You think a motherfucker want to wait a whole year to fight? I'm just keeping it real, dog.
Right, man. And we gonna get on Gary. We gonna get back to Gary in a second. I want to talk about the Devin Haney fight, man. I want to talk about the Devin Haney fight this weekend. Devin Haney, he finally got his step up competition against Linares. Now, before this Linares fight happened, I kind of was looking at the Linares is washed up. I didn't make no secret about it. I said that I thought that Devin Haney was gonna go in there, win every round, and beat the shit out of Linares. You feel me? Because I thought that Linares was gonna be washed up. I hadn't seen nothing impressive from Linares in a while, but I also said in the first few rounds, we'll be able to tell if Linares is washed up or not. And Linares looked great. In the weigh-in, he let you know that he was in the best shape, maybe of his entire career. I know a lot of them say that, but we could tell within the first few rounds, right? And we was able to tell early that Linares was overmatched, but he wasn't washed up. He was overmatched, and what's good with it, Big Drew Titan off in the building. Y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man, Big Drew Titan. Go subscribe to Drew Titan if you're not already subbed to Drew Titan. Now, Linares, me watching him, he wasn't washed up. He was overmatched because in the beginning, you could tell that Devin Haney's speed was too much for Linares, right? He was trying to figure out Devin Haney's speed, but he couldn't, and Devin Haney took it to Linares. He wasn't fucking, throwing one or two shots and trying to run and get up out of there. Like, he took it to Linares, and he really turned it up on Linares, I think, when he felt Linares' power in the beginning of the fight. And I think that in Devin Haney's head, he was like, oh, this dude, he don't punch that hard. So I'm going to really turn it up on him, right? And I'm going to step to him, and I'm going to make him walk back. Now, and Devin Haney was picking him apart. Like I said, at one point, I was like, God damn, nobody at 140 might not be able to fuck with Devin Haney. Like, the boxing display that he was putting on Linares was beautiful. He was beating the shit out of Linares. And then, right, then I started noticing something, right? I started noticing that every time Devin Haney, right, would throw a combination and throw punches, right, he would dip off to his right. You know what I'm saying? He would dip to his right to get out the way. And I started saying, oh shit, because I'm rooting for Devin. I'm like, oh shit. I started saying to myself, I said, I hope that Linares don't catch that. I said, because if Linares catch that shit, he can time Devin and he can hurt Devin. Devin, he does the same thing that Erickson Lubin was doing that got him caught with Charlo, right? And Devin, he does that often. He do that a lot. I've seen him do that in other fights, but he just never was in with the competition that had that was good enough to catch it, quick enough to catch him, or had a high enough IQ to do anything about it, right? So that's one thing I did notice, right? I noticed that he kept dipping off to his right every time he would, throw his combinations to get out the way. But he was still picking Linares apart. Beautiful fucking jab. I'm talking about, other than that, he was doing everything right. Now, one thing another thing that he wasn't doing right is that he throws his shots wide, right? And he leave his hands down. So I know a lot of people saying, oh, well, Linares only caught him with that one shot the whole fight. Nah, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get over. When I break the fight down, I'm gonna break the fight down and keep it 100 all the way around the board. Linares was catching him with some shit throughout the fight. Not repeatedly, consistently, but throughout the fight, Linares was hitting him with some shit. But the thing is early on when Linares was catching Devin Haney, he wasn't doing any damage to Devin Haney. Devin Haney continued to walk forward and walk Linares down because, like I said, I don't think that early on the power that Linares has was bothering Devin Haney, but he was catching him periodically because Devin, Devin is quick. See, what the thing with Devin, his defense is his legs. That's his defense. That's his best attribute to his defense is his legs. The difference between Devin Haney and, say, a Shakur Stevenson can be right there in the pocket with you, and his defense is so superb, you can't hit him in the pocket. He could be at mid-range with you. You can't hit him mid-range, and on the outside, we already know, right? So, but Devin Haney, his defense is more pop, 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 and then he's going to use his legs to get in and get out, right? He tries to shoulder roll a little bit, and he do well with it, but he's there to be hit, when he does engage, and he is there, right? So his defense is much more so his legs, right? So, and I noticed that in the past, so he was getting caught at times by Linares. It just wasn't bothering him. So, it went on, and Linares caught him with that shot. I think it was at the 10th round, and he hurt Devin Haney. Devin Haney was hurt because Devin Haney, he did that mistake that I was talking about earlier. He threw his shots, and then he went to dip off to his right again. And now, Devin Haney, he slowed down a little bit because you in the later rounds. Linares, being the veteran that he is, he finally caught that shit, and he was able to time Devin Haney, and he caught him. And he hurt Devin Haney. Devin Haney say he wasn't hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt bad. Now, if that bell hadn't rang, I don't know what would have happened because Devin Haney, he didn't even look like he really knew where he was for a minute. He wobbled back to his corner. He was hurt bad, But other than that, Devin Haney was smart though. He came out the next round, and a lot of people were talking shit because he clinched. But to me, that showed that he's smart. He wasn't just trying to fucking let his nuts hang and show everybody, oh, I'm not hurt. He was smart enough to know I am hurt and I'm going to clinch. That's a veteran move. So that's a good look for Devin Haney. And he's only fucking, 22 years old? That's a good look for a kid that's 22 years old to be able to have a ring IQ to know I'm not going to fucking let the crowd get to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm going to clinch, and I'm going to get my legs back up under me, right? And that's what he did, That's what he did. So to me, Devin Haney won pretty much every round. Linares might have won one round. He won one round, but he might have won 2 rounds at the most. But other than that, Devin Haney put on a great performance. He does have some things that he needs to work on, but the kid only 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? He only 22 years old. And yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, man. But I'm not going to get on here and act like that he wasn't getting hit throughout the whole fight. It was only that fucking one punch that Linares caught him with, but he do need to work on that. I don't think that he's going to be able to change that in one training camp because that's some shit that he's been doing for a long time, but he can change it. He can work on it. And I'll get into Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney in a little bit, but before we do that, I want Batman to cook on, what he saw in that fight.
What I saw, what I thought I was gonna see, man. Linares, I mean, Devin Haney was gonna box. Linares was staying squared up, walking at him instead of walking at him with a jab. If the kid don't punch hard, if he getting his jab off, but you still gotta use your jab. That's what I'm and motherfuckers keep calling him a veteran. He ain't do nothing veteran that night. The only thing he did veteran was when he got Devin Haney in that position. When he tried to do the shoulder roll, he threw 6 punches, and the last one caught him on his chin. And then he didn't even know how to stop him. Devin Haney ain't even recover. He never recovered from that punch for real. He never recovered from that right hand. And the guy didn't know what to do to stop him. So if I got a motherfucker hurt like that, I'm going to keep rushing him so we can keep bumping into each other, and I know he want to grab me. But look, man, he did what I thought he was going to do. Outbox him. He tried to sit down with him. He looked good for the moment. 10th round, he stayed there too long, but he gassed out. He tried to bang. This is what I saw. He boxed. He won the first 9 rounds easy. When he started trying to step to him, he gassed out. When he started sitting in the pocket trying to sit down on his punches, he gassed out. That's why he got caught. He got caught because he was tired, sitting right there, fake with that shoulder roll in the inside dog. I'm going to give you a tip, Devin Haney, if you ever listen to the show. When you in close quarters, please high guard it. Stop fake trying to look pretty. No. Floyd mastered it. If you're going to do it, master it. You know what I'm saying? And you see every time Floyd got hurt, and when he started going back to the inside, what he do? He high guarded. So you're going to have to start, man, paying attention, man, you know. And you squared up too much. That's why you ain't getting no torque on your punches. You know what I'm saying? You can't be squared off and try and punch hard, dog. You gotta angle your body in the inside for you can shift your weight to your punches. You arm punching too much. But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, he did what I thought he was gonna do. But now if we see him against somebody that's gonna really fight back, and Linares never threw a right hand through the whole fight till the later rounds. Like when he walking Devin Haney down, he was moving. All right, I don't know, man.
I think that, I think that Linares did try to finish Devin Haney, but Devin was smart and he was holding him. He was clinching.
All right, if he was smart, what I supposed to do? I supposed to do something smarter. If I know you want to reach out and grab me, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slide back. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide back. I'm gonna take angles, but I don't think that Linares has that in his arsenal like that.
All right, so he's not.
You see what I'm saying?
So he's not a veteran. He's just a walk forward Mexican fighter that throws punches.
Well, he is a veteran because he's been in the game fucking a long ass time. The motherfucker got 60 fights or whatever.
Move. I know a real veteran would have stopped that kid. When they got him hurt, a real veteran would have knew how to stop that kid.
But like I said,
that's my exception. That's my exception to a real veteran.
Linares, he a veteran. He definitely a veteran, man. And he did try to go after Haney, but Haney was smart, and Haney, he had enough strength to hold on.
If you was in his corner, once we hurt Devin Haney, what you would have told Linares to do?
What'd you say?
I said, if you was in the Linares corner, the 10th round when I saw Devin Haney get hurt like that, what you would have told Linares to do?
I would have told Linares to go straight after him.
See,
don't let up off the gas off him. Go straight after him.
He did that. No, I'd have told Linares, look, when we go in here, use the jab. Use the jab. See what the boy want to do. If he reach out, you skip back, throw an uppercut hook. That's what I would have told him to do. And Devin Haney would have went slam to sleep. Go to the body,
I would have told him to go to the body. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would have told him to go to the body, use his jab, and go to the body and set him up. But like I said, Devin Haney was holding, huh? He was smart enough to hold him.
Because Linares was dumb enough to try to rush him.
Yeah.
He gave him the opportunity. But that's also going with his coaching. Some of them guys don't know what they doing. But you know what I'm saying? Shorty did what I thought he was going to do. But now, when he fights somebody that's gifted just as well as him, I don't know.
Well, now, and this is another thing I want to say, because I see Devin Haney getting a whole lot of hate. Now, I don't like that he getting a whole lot of hate, because at the end of the day, he went out and he fucking outboxed the man. He showed us something different that we haven't seen from Devin Haney. Devin Haney, I know you said that he didn't step to Linares to the later rounds. I saw different than that. You feel me? I saw him step to Linares, and he was putting it on Linares from the time the bell rang. He wasn't trying to pop and get out the way and move around the ring. Like, he was in front of Linares. That's why he got hit throughout the fight. You know, periodically Linares was catching him with some shit, but like I said, it didn't bother Devin into the later rounds.
He was just catching him with the hook.
Yeah, but he was so anyway. You know, Linares, Devin Haney was standing in front of Linares from the get-go. And he made it his duty. You can see that Devin Haney made it his duty that I'm going to box the shit out this dude, and I'm going to step to him, and I'm going to get him up out of there. But one thing I did notice with Devin Haney is that, like you said, he throw more so arm punches. He don't have the power, because I'm looking at the fight, right, throughout the fight. And I said to myself, it ain't no fucking way that Linares is going to be able to last 12 rounds with Devin Haney hitting Linares with these fucking clean-ass shots and doing what he doing, because he was hitting Linares with some hard, crisp, clean shots. But I started to notice, I'm like, damn, Linares is taking all of these shots. Now, I think he did hurt Linares one time to the body, but Devin didn't really jump on him like that. He hurt Linares one time to the body, and he didn't jump on him like that. But I'm saying, like, ain't no way that Linares could take all these fucking shots, but he did. And then I noticed, like, well, Devin, he don't got that power like that, like I thought before. He's a great, excellent boxer, but he don't have that power. And Linares, you know, during the later rounds, you could tell, because Linares really didn't respect Devin. If Devin had that power like that, Linares would have respected him, and shit, he would have stopped Linares. The shit that he was hitting Linares with, he would have stopped him. But Devin Haney, to me, he needs to figure out who he is as a fighter, right? He needs to realize, okay, I don't got that power like that right now. So what I'm gonna be is I'm gonna be a pure boxer. I know I don't have that power like that right now, but I'm gonna be a pure boxer, and I'm just gonna outbox everybody. So but like I said, man, the kid is only 22, but they need to find one trainer and stick with that fucking one trainer. I don't think they need to skip around trainer to trainer to trainer. They need to find one trainer, find his identity, who he is, and stick to what he does best.
And I'm sick and tired of people keep saying that he's 22. No, he's a fucking champion. He took on the responsibility to be a champion. And that's what the fuck it is.
But you know,
age ain't a number, man. He can get better, but all that, he 22, he's a fucking champion.
Well, I'm saying he's 22 because he has he got a long career to continue to get better.
Yes, but everybody keep on saying he's 22. And
I'm pretty sure that Gary Russell at 22 wasn't the same fighter that he is right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, he got a long career to continue to work on things and get better. But in order to find his identity and realize exactly who he is, one thing he got to do is stop skipping from trainer to trainer to trainer. You know, I don't like that. But, you know, like I said, man, shout out to Devin Haney. To me,
he got to do that. I mean, he got to do that.
He looks spectacular You know, to
really
me,
don't know what he's doing.
huh? What'd you say?
I say he got skill from training to training because his father don't know what the fuck he's doing. And I don't even know why his father even right there giving him information while he in the corner. I mean, dog, you don't even know what the fuck you doing. You just a motivational nigga.
And salute, man. Salute to my man, Smooth Groove Boxing. Always showing love in that super chat. Always coming through. He say salute. He says, all I know is this. If you box long enough, your ass will find yourself in a bad way. I don't feel he was exposed. He just young. And I'm glad you said this because this is something that I really wanted to say, right? Because I've been hearing a lot of my motherfucking people, right? They not keeping the same energy, right? Y'all not keeping the same energy because, and I gotta say this, right? Because when I came on, and I don't like a lot of the shit that motherfucking Ryan Garcia been doing. You feel me? I don't like the way a lot of the shit that he been doing. It looked like he moved like a bitch in a lot of situations, right? But one thing I gotta say is when Ryan Garcia got dropped, right? He wasn't hurt against Luke Campbell because if you want to talk about who was hurt and who got dropped, Ryan Garcia flash knockdowns happened, but Ryan Garcia hopped right back up and he wasn't hurt. Devin Haney was actually hurt. He was hurt. I don't give a fuck what he said. He was hurt. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is why I'm gonna say this, right? Like I said with Devin Haney, people make mistakes in the ring, and anybody can get caught.
Hey, let me say something.
Hold on, real quick. Huh?
Go ahead, get the super chat.
Okay. I'm gonna get this, but let me finish, and I'm gonna get this super chat, right? When Ryan Garcia got dropped, I came on and everybody was shitting on Ryan Garcia, talking about, oh, he got a weak chin, his chin ain't shit, this, and that, right? And I said, well, he wasn't hurt. I said, you know, you could get caught. I said, these young dudes, I said, they make mistakes and anybody can get caught in boxing. I said, he hopped back up, right? And the end result is he went through the little adversity and he showed that he's not going to fold, right? I said, so I like that about Ryan Garcia because this is boxing. Anybody can get caught. Now, I'm saying the same shit with Devin Haney. But see, a lot of y'all, I'm noticing, y'all ain't keep the same fucking interview. The energy. Y'all not keeping the same energy because y'all was shitting on Ryan Garcia, talking about his chin was fucking weak and he ain't shit and this and that. But then when it came to Devin Haney, when he got hurt, y'all saying exactly what I said when Ryan Garcia got dropped. Y'all, oh, well, it was only one shot and this is boxing and people, you know, and anybody can get caught in boxing. Tell me you ain't seen that, Batman. Keep it 100 and tell me you ain't seen the same niggas that was shitting on Ryan Garcia. It's the same, a lot of the same niggas that was saying the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
But the difference is
that's all I'm saying.
The difference is between that situation. But Ryan Garcia not a better boxer than Devin Haney. But
no, he's not. But no, he is not. But I'm saying you can't say for one person that it happens in boxing. You know, it happens in boxing all the time, and then for the next, oh well, come on, you got to keep the same energy.
Huh? I was about to finish it.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
What Ryan Garcia did was get up off the canvas and put his man on his ass. I mean, Devin Haney got hurt and he never came back to reality. Even in the 12th round, he never really came. He won the fight, hell of a fight, but he never came back to reality after that punch. I mean, motherfuckers keep on talking about Floyd and he did with Floyd. I know Floyd hold one round and he come back and get to going back to beating your ass. I mean, but you know, right? I mean, Shorty did good, and like I was about to say to the dude, what that Zena 360?
Yeah,
he was talking about what did he say? What the fuck? I said, yeah, Bill is a motivational nigga. Bill can't. He talking about I was wild for saying that Bill a motivational nigga, man. he can't really tell you how to break a nigga down. Now we need to start doing this, Dev. We need to, all right, cool. I see he's focusing on this. Now you need to stop standing in the pocket. Now you gotta skip back or turn the corner. He don't do none of that shit. What's that shit, man? Now it's time to boss up. No, man, what the fuck? I was in this motherfucker like, man, what the fuck is he talking about, man? But it is what it is, man. Go ahead, you read the chats, man.
Sheena, salute to Sheena, the queen in the building.
Hey,
World Combat Sports. He say, Batman said he a motivational nigga. Hey, man, y'all crazy, man. Let me and shout out to my man World Combat Sports. Always putting it down for the YouTube boxing community. Got great content on his channel. Make sure that y'all go to World Combat Sports, support that man in everything that he doing, because World Combat Sport, he over there doing his thing, and y'all got to support the people that's really riding for the sport and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though he on some bullshit when it comes to Errol Spence, that's still my man, man. Go subscribe to World Combat Sports. Don't act like you don't see him in the super chat. Don't act like you don't see his channel right there in your face. Go to his channel and hit the motherfucking subscribe button and hit the bell icon. That's all you got to do. And shout out to my man, Smooth Groove Boxing. He say, Will say this. Bill was lost. He better get, he says he better get his butt out of his corner fast. Bill, a great father, trash trainer though. Hey, man, y'all rough in here today, man. Y'all rough.
Hey, let me say one more thing. J.R. King, man, I don't like Devin Haney or his bitch ass father for personal reasons. I mean, you know, it's no secret. I never said I did not lie. I don't fucking fuck with them niggas at all. So
yeah, and that's, you know, they got their personal shit. I stay out of grown.
You know what I'm saying? You can say all that bad shit. I don't fuck with them. What you want me to say? I ain't gotta hide it. I don't fuck with them at all.
Yeah, you know, like I said, man, we stay out of grown folk business. You dig what I'm saying? And shit, that's, you know.
Like I said, the kid did what I was expecting him to do. Box for the first couple of rounds, and he got hurt for trying to do something that he's not good at.
My man Zenith 360 off in that super chat, man. What's good with you? Always showing love and support, man. He say, now every time I see Bill, I'm gonna hear Batman voice saying motivational nigga. He says, but I do think it was Haney Corner that told him to press the issue when he didn't need to. He was already winning. What's good with you, coach? Coach in the building. What's happening with it, coach? Yeah, you know, I mean, shit, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, man. But like I said, what's good with you, Money?
Shit on
Money
my phone, man.
in the building.
On this motherfucking phone. Let me know if this phone get a tripping, kid. Got this little shit going on for this holiday shit. What's today? Memorial Day, man. My mama barbecuing with her little family over and shit.
Turn your volume up a little bit. That's all you need to do. Other than that, you good. But yeah, Money in the building, man. We just in here cooking, man. I don't know if you was watching, if you was able to watch before you stepped in the building.
No, I just jumped in.
Okay, man.
Bet, that's Bet.
Yeah, that's Batman.
Bet what's going down, bro.
Hey, shit, I got issue to pick with you. I should have hit you, but it was too late last night.
Shit, you can call me whenever. I was up.
Nah, I went to sleep though.
Okay.
I'm tired of shit. Motherfucker, hey, we don't want nobody's back, man. We just want to win, dog. We just want to fight. We want the opportunities like what's my man? What's the nigga name? Adam Mares and all them guys get. We just want them opportunities. Come off a loss and get a shot at the title at 130-30. You know what I'm saying? We just want them type of opportunities. We don't, you know what I'm saying? What we got, pick some cotton or something? What we got, rub somebody named Master back or something? What we got, be them type of niggas?
What you talking about, Bet?
I'm talking about the shit with Tank, the joint, the video. I'm talking about because Gary ain't move up and I mean, Abner Mares ain't had. Mares just lost to Leo Santa Cruz. Is about to get a title shot with St. Davis.
You talking about the thumbnail, bro?
Huh?
You talking about the thumbnail?
Yeah, man.
That's for entertainment purposes, man.
All right,
you know that.
All right, man.
Money saying you gotta see this shit. My bad. Money saying that you actually got to go in there and listen to what he's saying in the video. That's what he basically what he said. Okay.
I listen to
it. Man, but we were supposed to, you know, a Batman wanted to cook on that earlier, but we'll get back to that. We were actually cooking on the Devin Haney situation. You know, I was breaking down, you know, what he did great. I was breaking down the mistakes that he made. And right now I was just talking about how niggas ain't keeping that same energy, because when Devin Haney, when he got hurt, it was everybody, oh, well, things happen in boxing. Anybody could get caught. Anybody could get hurt in boxing. Okay, cool. And that's true. But when Ryan Garcia got hurt, even though I don't fuck with a lot of shit that Ryan Garcia doing, I think he moving like a bitch, right? They didn't keep that same energy. It was, oh, Ryan Garcia ain't got no fucking chin. Ryan Garcia that, and Ryan Garcia, he gonna get knocked out by everybody and this and that. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is people got to keep that fucking same energy. It ain't for one man, oh, well, it happens, this is boxing. And then for another man, when it happened to him and he get up and show that, okay, I wasn't hurt, and he do his thing, well, he gonna get knocked out by everybody. He this and that, and laughing and talking about how he ain't got no chin. Like, we just got to keep the same energy, right? That's all. That's my whole thing, man.
I'm gonna say this, yeah. Dev got caught, he got hurt, but a lot of motherfuckers get caught and get hurt. It's what you do, right? I get pissed off when I see fighters get hurt and they continue to try to fight. That shit irk my soul, bro. It irk my, because you know you hurt and you still trying to fight, knowing this motherfucker finna catch you again, put your ass out. So the best thing to do when your ass hurt is to grab. Now, I didn't agree with Devin when he talking about he didn't get hurt. Boy, the whole damn world saw he got hurt. Just man up and say he caught your ass with a good shot. But you did what you had to do. You was winning the fight anyway. So it ain't like that. Even if he would have dropped you, you know what I'm saying, you would have still won the fight, you know, unless he'd have knocked your ass out. You feel me? And Linares got popped. Like I've been telling people, if Devin gave him a chance to box with him, he's going to have some success in the fight. And that's what he did. He had some success in the fight because he's a fucking boxer. He's a master boxer, to be real with you. Linares is one of the best boxers out there when you go look at his skill set and look how he fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the best defense, but for us throwing them hands, that motherfucker can throw his hands and he accurate. You know what I mean? So when you look at him, bro, he came out, he had an opportunity to try to win a world title, so he's coming in the best shape of his life. It's an opportunity out there. So Devin did what he did. He looked good. Can't take shit away from the kid. You got hurt. A lot of motherfuckers got hurt. It's what you do after you get hurt. You know what I mean? You ain't go down. So, you know what I mean? You got that to hold to yourself, man. So it was a hell of a fight to me, bro. It was a hell of a fight. It's an experience fight. That was the biggest fight of his career. He stepped up to the plate. You know, a lot of people ain't gonna try to give him credit for Linares. They're gonna try to say he was old and this, that, and the third. Nah, man, that dude is a veteran fighter that know how to fight. He got skills. He got experience in the ring. He better know with some of the best motherfuckers. So at the end of the day, man, that's how the game go. The young learn from the old, and when you get in there, you do gain experience. You do gain experience. It's just if you're smart enough to take that experience and add it to your game plan or not. You feel me? So we'll see how he look in this next fight. See if that shit helped him out or not.
Now, again, like I said, I gave him full credit for Linares because, like I said earlier on the show, you know, I was going to be able to see if Linares was washed up within the first, you know, few rounds, and he didn't look washed up. You know, he looked like he was on his A game. Devin Haney was just, you know, he was just too much for him. You know, too fast. The speed was the key. You know, he was too fast. We couldn't figure him out until later when Devin Haney started to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, Devin.
But with all that being said,
Devin was making adjustments though. He was making adjustments as it went along. But Linares is smart enough to make adjustments as well. And you know, Devin saying that he was out boxing him good, and I don't know if Devin thought he was catching him, thought he was breaking him down, so he tried to press him out. When he tried to press him out, he seen that Linares wasn't going for that shit.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta look also, but Linares was waiting for that opportunity because for all them rounds, every time he got close, he wanted to flurry off, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
But once he got his opportunity,
a couple times too, man. He called Devin ass a couple times.
Yeah, with a hook.
Yeah, with a hook, bro. Knocking his mug. I seen him knock his head back one time. I say, God damn, Devin, you better watch it, boy.
Yeah, then you know Devin gave him his opportunity when he slowed down.
Yeah. That's what happened when you wrestling the motherfucker and you doing that, your ass you go get a little winded.
Yeah, you're gonna get winded, and then you're not gonna have the same bounce in your legs to start moving again. When
Yeah.
you start sitting down on your punches, you're not gonna have the same bounce in your legs to start moving like you was moving in the first beginning of the fight, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right. Now with all that being said, right? Yeah, I got you. I got you, coach. That's for coach. And B&B Boxing News off in the building. What's happening with it? Big Dose 513. What's good with it, homie? D-Love
BN
4
Boxing going
Boxing. What's
down.
happening with it? Leon Robinson, salute. Let me see who I missed up in here, man. But with all that being said, right? This Dank Father said Bill Haney will be here soon after that. Hey, that's funny. He put that in earlier. I think he's talking to Batman. But anyway, no, I don't think he coming in here with Batman. That's that World War IV. Batman. But anyway, Coach, turn the show down.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, Ben. Salute the coach in the building. What's happening with you,
brothers?
Hey,
Coach,
let me say something about Gary Anton Russell.
You did that, man. You missed that. Nah, go ahead.
Man, that motherfucker is a dog, bro. He's a I know, man, look. What he did to Santiago, bro, that shit wasn't no fluke. That wasn't no fluke at all. Like, I'm watching that boy like he on his ass, bro. Like, he was on his ass, bro. Like, he was on his ass, bro. Like, I'm like, this nigga here is a fucking animal, bro. Like, he want to fuck you up. Like, he want to fuck you up. Like, it was time. But and then I was thinking about Badass when Bet was talking about the skills. But then I was listening to Gary Russell when Gary said he wanted him to show the skills. And I seen the skills when he got the boxing. I said, okay, now he's showing the skill level right there. But then he like, man, fuck that shit. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to try to outskill this motherfucker. I'm going to get his ass up out and went right back to that dog style. And that motherfucker quit on the. And I swear to you, bro, I said that nigga go quit. He ain't come. Once I seen the camera go over there, I said that nigga like he don't want to come up off that stool. And that the little doctor came over there and checked the little cut, and then they weighed that motherfucker out. I said, yeah, that boy want to come off that stool, man.
Nah,
But
he told him no.
Yeah,
he told the motherfucker he didn't want to go back out there.
But yeah, he gonna be a problem at 140. He gonna be a problem at 140. Like I just want to say him, like don't smother his work sometimes, and sometimes you gonna have to show that skill set. But he showed that he got the skill set. But against Santiago though, he ain't have to. He ain't have to do none of that shit. He just pressed his ass clean out, pressed him clean out, and I want to see him against Robert Easter, man. I think that's the fight for him. I think Robert Easter is the fight.
See, we talked about all of that early in the show. You know what I'm saying? Me and Batman was really cooking on that situation and just the whole situation surrounding, Gary Anton Russell and everything.
Yeah, I just want to say, but I want to see him again. I think the fight for him is Robert Easter, Adrien Broner. Bigo say that he too big for him, and he trying to go for $1 million payday and shit like that. So AB ain't getting in the ring with him. But I think Robert Easter will fight him. Robert will fight him. I think Robert will fight him.
Robert gonna get his ass slumped too.
I believe. That's why I want to see if he can get Robert ass up out of there. But I think Rob can give him, that's a competitive fight. That's a competitive fight, and I want to see if he can get Rob up out of there. But I think that's the fight. That's the fight right there at 140 for Gary Anton Russell, Robert Easter Jr.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, definitely. I don't know if Robert Easter take that fight. He might like I said. Me and Batman, we spoke on that earlier, man. We talked about Robert Easter. We talked about Regis Progress, Adrien Broner, all of them. But one thing I want to get into now, right, is that the big thing is Devin Haney, right? In Devin Haney and well, you know what? Before I even go into that, I want to say this. Right, because Batman on here right now. Before I even go to Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, what everybody talking about, what everybody want to see, right? Devin Haney, actually Bill Haney. I was just listening to Bill Haney.
Barbershop
Conversation. So let's talk about that. I was listening to Bill Haney on Barbershop Conversation, right? And the topic was brought up that, okay, well, is he still willing to fight Gary Russell? And Bill Haney says, look, he says, we are now free agents, right? Our contract is up with the zone. We might sign back with them. We might, but we gonna do our business to basically where we can move and go where the fuck we want to. He said, so we free agents. He says we're gonna be free now, right? Gary Russell free. So he said, yeah, that's a fight that we would love to entertain. He said, if Gary Russell is saying that he really
believe nothing that nigga talking about.
Hold up, but let me just finish what I'm saying. He said if Gary Russell is really, running his business, his own business, like he say he is, he said that we are, and that's a fight that we would love to entertain. Now, and I'm gonna make this quick. I want to say this, right? When I look at Devin Haney in the Gary Russell fight at 140, obviously Gary Russell is moving up to 140 pounds. I'm sorry, 135. So he's skipping a weight class and going all the way to 135. So obviously you would really, tend to look at that situation for anybody and say, damn, that's dangerous, especially facing one of the top dudes in the whole division. But I want to say this. With Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney is not the biggest puncher. Great boxer, you know what I'm saying? Athletic, all of that, but he's not the biggest puncher. So I think that is the best fight for Gary Russell. If he could take that fight, that's the best fight for him because Devin Haney is longer than him and all of that, but that's a fight that Gary Russell, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he will beat Devin Haney. I'm not saying that he won't. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But I'm saying I think that's the least dangerous fight. One of the least, as far as the top guys, that's probably one of the least dangerous fights for Gary Russell. When you talk about, Tank Davis and you talk about Teofimo Lopez or even Terrence Crawford or whoever the fuck it is, that Gary Russell has called out because he didn't want to smoke with all these guys, right? So I think that Devin Haney not being the big puncher like that, I love that matchup. I think that is the least dangerous fight for Gary Russell. And I'm not saying that he's trying to take the least dangerous smoke because we know Gary Russell will take pretty much any smoke. But I love that fight. So with me saying that, right? And I don't know, I'm not even gonna get in, do I believe Bill or none of that shit? That ain't really for me to be saying, right? I don't know. But I'm gonna say this. Gary Russell in the position that he is right now, I think that he should really press that issue, right? Because if Gary Russell can beat, especially Devin Haney coming off a win against Linares, and everybody talking about Devin Haney, if Gary Russell can move up, skip a weight class, fight Devin Haney and beat Devin Haney, that shit would do wonders for his career. So if I'm Gary Russell, I can't speak for Gary Russell. I'm not his manager. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for Gary Russell. But if I'm Gary Russell, if they offering $1 million and I really think that I can beat him, fuck it. I'll take that low ball offer. I'm going to go beat him. And then I'm going to fucking make I'm going to make an
everybody want us to take a low ball offer, man. That's crazy, man.
Hold on. If I think that I can beat him because I'm not getting no other fights. That right now, Devin Haney a big name. His name Buzz.
Oh, but why?
Let me finish, Batman. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm just saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. This is what I think, right? Because this is if you really trying to get your name buzzing. It ain't no better way to do it because I really don't think that they're gonna pay Gary Russell a lot because a lot of motherfuckers don't want to fight Gary Russell, right? But if you really want to make some waves and you really think I could beat this kid, ain't no better way if they gonna offer you a fucking lowball offer, $1 million, 1.5, whatever. I would take that. Now you the WBC champ, and now you just beat one of the biggest names, right? If you can beat him, right? That's what I would do because they said that they willing to make the fight. So call that bluff. Find out if they're willing to make the fight. And if you can beat him, go and show out. And I think that shit would do wonders for Gary Russell's career if he could beat Devin Haney and take that WBC title at 135. Because if he do that, now they can't look over him. They can't look over him no more, right? But you know that's my feeling about the situation. Will it happen? I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, call his bluff. Get back on your motherfucking grind and get to calling these dudes out again. You know, and see what happens. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on the situation.
Well,
Man,
they got a guy at 130 to where Gary don't need to go all the way up there to 135. I think that's a bad fight for Gary because of his height, the speed of Devin Haney. Devin Haney got a hell of a jab. You know, I think that's a terrible fight for Gary because just like when Loma beat Gary, Loma put it on Gary's ass, and I love Gary Russell. Don't get it twisted. But size makes a difference in boxing. He got a Shakur Stevenson right there at 130. And I guarantee you, if he call out Shakur Stevenson will respond. So you don't even have to go all the way to 135. You got a youngster right there at 130 that's going to give you the business all you want. Now, the Valdez might not fight him, but I know one who will fight him. If he says his name, and that's Shakur Stevenson, he will fight him. He ready to fight anybody at 130. So you don't even have to go that far. You ain't got to go up to no 135. I think that's a bad matchup for him at 135. I think it's a terrible matchup for him. Devin is too long, man. Linares got good size on him and good height, and Devin was bigger than him. You know, I look at the hypocrisy that's going on up in all of the stuff that I've been seeing. And it's amazing to me to see, you know, I never discredited Ryan Garcia when he got knocked down. Devin Haney got buzzed. It's boxing. It happens. Errol Spence got buzzed. Errol Spence got buzzed by Emmanuel Lartey. It happens. And they making such a big deal. They forget the first 9 rounds was fucking totally blank. Like that shit never happened. Fucking dude put on a boxing clinic. He couldn't touch him. He beat the shit out of Linares in the first 9 rounds. Then he tried to press him out. He tried to do what Floyd did. He didn't run out of gas, Batman. He didn't run out of gas. He got hurt. But that he didn't run out of gas. Then he tried to start stepping to him. And he was doing well. The problem Devin has is this. When he gets on the inside, instead of bring his left hand up, he leave it down and try to move his head. That's the only fix he need. That's how come he got caught with the right hand. And he didn't move back and bring up his left hand. Linares threw a combination and caught him with the right hand. He buzzed him at the end of the bell. Same shit happened to Floyd when in the corner when Maidana racked the shit out of him and he had deer legs. But all of these people is making a big deal out of that shit. They didn't make a big deal when Loma got fucking smacked by fucking Linares and got put on his ass. It happens. It's boxing. Everybody gets caught sometime. We saw F.A. Ajagba been beating the shit out of everybody. The fight before the last, he got dropped. It happens in boxing. They make so much of an emphasis, but you got to give this kid credit. You got to give this kid credit on his thinking ability. That he did what it takes to stay on his feet and tie up. That's what you do. If you hurt, you don't just keep trying to swing with the person. You tie up. You catch your shit. Try to get your shit together. That shows the maturity of a 22-year-old kid who can box his ass off. Now, if he could have made the fight boring, but then the fans gonna bitch about how easy he made it look. See? But if I was Devin, I wouldn't give a fuck what the fans see. Right? I would have boxed the shit out of him all the way until the 12th round. Y'all can like it or lump it.
That's why I say that he has to learn his identity, who he is. You know what I'm saying? And do what he do best and stick to it.
You know,
for one,
he could have fought all the way through. He could have fought all the way through that fight without getting touched by Linares and beat the shit out of Linares. But Devin, he wanted to show the fans. He thought he was going to get him out of there. He tried to press him out.
Devin getting caught up with it ain't just the fans. It's Devin with T.O. and Devin with Tank. And he's sending them knockouts and shit. He get caught up in that little shit, but he'll mature.
Man, look.
He's immature for doing that. That's what he's immature. He should have stuck to the game plan, beat the shit out of Linares like he was doing from the outside, and went home without ever getting buzzed, ever getting touched. And I still got Devin over everybody at 135. And anybody, I don't care what fight it is, y'all can put y'all money where your mouth is. I'm betting. That's all I got to see. Devin
Man,
Haney,
for one,
and I will be betting you.
For one, that Gary Russell and Lomachenko fight, he was dehydrated. That's for one. He's still full.
Say, bro, they got this saying. They got this saying in my fraternity. It's called excuses. Excuses are monuments of nothing. They build bridges to nowhere. Those who use these tools of incompetence shall be masters of nothing.
We're not making excuses. It's documented. It's documented. He had to lose 5 pounds the day of the weigh-in.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see if this is the real world combat sport. Hold on real quick. Yo.
It's me.
Okay. Bet. All right, y'all continue.
And for one, Devin Haney is not a tough task for Gary Russell Jr.
We'll definitely bet on that fight. He's gonna beat the shit out of Gary. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna beat the shit, and I love Gary. He's too small at 135.
Listen, all right, coach. I'm not trying to sit here and argue with you, coach.
All right.
Like I said, he called out Shakur Stevenson. Shakur manager ain't want that work. What else? What else I wanted to say? The coach was talking for so long. Motherfucking and even with that situation, they gave Linares the money we was asking for. Dog, so we're not taking no short money from them bitch ass niggas. When we was going to take the 1.5, we was dead. They was bullshitting. Bluffing for the fans like they really wanted that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just put him in the ring. I'm not going to say how he's going to win. Put him in the ring. And y'all going to see what's going to happen.
Money. Let me get your take, and then I'm gonna go to World Combat, and then after that, then we gonna go to the Teofimo and Devin Haney. But for right now, I want you to get your take on what I said about the Gary Russell situation. And you heard, you listening in the background. What's your take on all that? And what do you think that Gary Russell should do in this situation?
I'm with Bet. I ain't like if it's a certain amount of money you're looking for. Because Gary Russell gonna be the biggest name on Devin Haney resume as well. So if Gary Russell looking for a certain number, I think he should stand on the score and get that number. But if it's close to the number, then fuck it, take what they give him. If it's close to the number, now I ain't saying going there and get lowballed or shit like that. But you know you can't have everything your way. You already at 135. I'm coming up, right? So now I'm asking you for a number that you could meet. It ain't like I'm asking for a substantial number. It ain't like 5 or 6 million and shit. It's a number that you could meet. You know what I mean? So I think they should meet the number and get Gary Russell if they want to make that fight happen. But if I was Gary, just me, but I know Gary, he ain't gonna do it. Shit, we got to come to a catch weight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming straight up to fight you, I'm coming from 126. We can either go 131 or 132 or something. You know what I mean? 133, like I got to get some leverage because, like I said, it ain't like Gary is. We gonna say Devin is probably more known now because of what he's doing in the spotlight and shit like that. But we know Gary is the bigger name and he got the bigger resume. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna get to talking the money shit, and that's facts because of the business nowadays that have boxing working. So you have to meet me with the money and you have to meet me with the catch weight if you really want to fight. But Devin, they ain't gonna do it. Yeah, he can make it if he
Devin can't make that weight. He was on the dot.
We want no catch weight.
If he wanted to make, I know he ain't gonna do it. I know. That's what I'm saying. If it was me, I say you got to meet me at 133. But nonetheless, I come to 135. But if I'm coming to 135, I'm gonna get compensated. You feel me? I'm gonna get compensated. Like I'm not for that. You ain't gonna have everything your way. Like, fuck that. I am Mr. Gary Russell out in this bitch. So, at the end of the day, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. You know Gary gonna stand on the square with the money. And like I said, it ain't like it's a substantial number, like it ain't a number they can't reach. Eddie Hearn them throwing more than that, the motherfucker. So, and I heard it say that ain't they free agents now. So we'll see. We'll see. I want to see the fight still, though. I want to see that fight. I think it's a hell of a fight. Like, it's still got the buzz around it. They got history. And we already know what the press conference going to be. That shit just go. It might be probably might be the best press conference that we ever seen out of this bitch. You feel me? So I want to see it.
What you think about that? World Combat in the building. Salute to World Combat. World Combat, what you think about the Gary Russell and Devin Haney situation? What would you do if you was Gary Russell in this situation?
I can tell you one thing for certain. Gary ain't gonna ask no fighter what you feel about his power. He ain't asking no fighter shit after they damn go in there and contend. That's the difference. Them Russells, they cut different and they fight different. I don't know what's going on if Devin Haney has, he feels all the backlash a little bit more, to build up this Teofimo fight. I don't know, man. But I don't know why people would consider the Gary Russell fight not to be important. I mean, that would be a damn good fight. We damn near spent, over a month listening to it as if it was going to go down before the Gamboa fight. Man, we had invested interest in that fight.
Right.
I would definitely like to see that because G. Russell is no joke, man. And people taking for granted because he's been in featherweight most of his career, but he's a technical master boxer.
Yeah, I mean,
he give Devin Haney problems, man.
And coming up might help Gary too.
I think he'll be a hell of a fight for Devin Haney with his footwork, his smarts, his ring IQ, his boxing ability. I don't see Devin Haney dominating Gary Russell. Like I said, I think that's a hell of a fight. I would love to see it. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a lot smaller. And Devin Haney has huge reach advantage over Gary Russell, but Gary Russell has the ring IQ and the ability to negate that.
One thing
you just gotta see if he can in the ring.
Linares, Gary Russell is not Linares. Let's don't get that twisted. All them shots Linares was missing in the first half of the fight, that's because he lacked the speed. He said he was tight, or whatever the case may be. Devin Haney ended up standing in the pocket too long, trying to please the crowd and giving that action. I don't know what it was. He could have just boxed the shit out of Linares and had an easy UD, period. But he trying to go in there and knock the man out.
I mean, I don't blame him for pressing.
I don't agree. I don't agree with none of that. And the reason I'm gonna say, okay, give you a perfect example. And don't get me wrong, bro. Gary Russell, one of my favorite fighters. But this is one thing that people don't understand. Look at JoJo Diaz when he fought Gary Russell. Gary Russell outpointed him, right? He ain't stop him. He outpointed him because he's a lot faster than JoJo Diaz. But JoJo Diaz is way shorter and don't have the speed that Devin Haney had. Lomachenko had the speed that Gary Russell had. But you gotta understand, this boy his jab alone is gonna keep Gary Russell in trouble. Gary Russell, he throws a lot of punches, but if you look at his feet, he's not gonna say flat-footed fighter, but he has to be set to throw punches in bunches, and he throws them well, and he throws them fast. The difference is Devin Haney's reach and his speed with his jab. He can't even get close to him. JoJo Diaz is a different fighter, and y'all gonna understand that, bro.
Now let me break this down. With that dumbass, linky, stupid ass jab he be throwing. Listen, my brother. Listen, you keep on saying how long it is. Gary Anton Russell is kind of like the same lift is Devin Haney. Got a way better, faster jab than Devin Haney. But that's no other. We will slide up under that shit. We don't have to be set to throw. We can throw 2-3 punches off that stupid ass jab. That shit ain't going to negate nothing. When he missed the motherfucker, he be slightly off balance. So I mean, we not gonna be like Linares and just keep walking into that joint squared off. We not gonna square it off where we can't get no punch off and be walking into that stupid long ass jab.
Hey, Coach, I got a question though, Coach. You said you speaking about the height of Jojo Diaz when he fought Gary Russell. So what about Lomachenko? Lomachenko's taller than Gary Russell, right?
Yeah, and he whooped his ass real bad. He beat the fuck out of him.
So Lomachenko, come on, Coach.
He beat the shit out of him.
Come on, Coach.
He almost stopped him. Y'all fucking drunk.
What you was smoking on watching? What you was smoking on before you got on this live, Coach?
He beat the shit out of Gary. He hurt Gary to the body. He hurt Gary to the head. He almost knocked Gary out, bro. He beat the fuck out of Gary.
You've been enjoying your Memorial Day, Coach. You came on this joint hot.
No, listen.
What?
You say he beat the shit out. He only dominated Gary them last 2 rounds.
I don't know what fight. You know what? Because you buy it.
What about the knockdown call?
He beat the fuck out of Gary Russell, bro. What is wrong with y'all, bro? He beat the shit out of him.
Fight all the time. He dominated. He dominated Gary the last 2 rounds. I'm talking about.
He beat the fuck out of Gary from 1 to 12. He beat the shit out of him.
All right, you right, Coach.
Look at a body shot. Gary almost went down from a body shot from Lomachenko, who's not a big fucking puncher.
I told you, he was dehydrated. And when Gary told me about the fight, he said that nigga don't even punch that hard.
But you almost got knocked the fuck out.
I'm dehydrated. Have you ever been dehydrated?
So who fault is that, Batman, that he was dehydrated?
I'm not saying it's not. It's his fault. But
I don't believe in excuses, bro. When you got your ass in that ring and decided to fight, have your ass ready, or you got the shit beat out of him.
Lomachenko up. So why when Gary Russell got the belt and was trying to get another rematch with Lomachenko, he got the fuck?
What the fuck? I need to prove again. He beat the fuck out of him, bro. He beat the shit out of Gary, bro. And I love Gary, but I put money and lost money on Gary in that fight. Gary got his ass beat the fuck up in that fight, bro. Gary even said it. I don't see why he didn't knock me out. Gary said that out his own mouth.
Go look at any Gary Russell fight and go look at that fight. He don't even look like the same fighter. And none of the fights.
Say, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this.
It was his fault. They was working off a bad scale. The scale had him on point on weight, but when they came with the official scale, he was not. It had him 5 pounds over. He had to lose 5 pounds in fucking 1 day.
I'm just gonna tell y'all like this: if they make that fight, you in World Combat, we will be putting some dollar bills on it. That's all I got to say.
Whatever. Devin Haney is not that good.
Yeah, I know. He's 20-something and he's not that good.
If he don't fight Gary Russell Jr., Gary Anton Russell is going to smash him.
Gary Antoine at 140, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when Gary Antoine run into my homeboy, then we're going to put money on that fight.
Who's the
Rougarou. We're going to put money on that fight.
Progrades, man.
We're going to put it. We're going to put I got the Rougarou.
He a dog. I understand. He's going to get smashed.
Coach, I hope you're not going off the Ivan Redcatch performance.
No, I'm going off of. I know how he. I see how he got knockout after knockout after knockout. That's what I'm doing.
Regis a dog.
He wanted Josh to fight.
You're bum.
I said Regis a dog, man.
Oh yeah, that's who I got against Gary Antoine. Let's play on a level playing field. You got Gary Antoine at 140. If he get in the ring with the Rougarou, I got the Rougarou.
Have you seen Antoine fight in person?
I know the Rougarou gonna get dog. I know it.
Have you seen Gary Antoine fight in person, Coach?
Yes, I saw Gary Antoine fight before. I mean, he's a great fighter. I don't think he's ready for that level yet.
Okay, that's the same thing they was talking about. Elvis Rodriguez, but Elvis Rodriguez already took an L already.
Dude, how many fights Gary Antoine got, bro?
He only got 14.
Oh, he ready to fuck with Josh Taylor and Regis program them right now, right?
Definitely. Josh Taylor only got 17 fights, so
Josh Taylor
and his opponent, is an
Olympian, right?
With Kamsong. Kamsong was 16-0 too.
Yeah, he's Olympian too, but he been fighting long at a pro level. Who been fighting long on a pro level?
He got 3 more fights than
I'm talking about the start. Gary Antoine started later than Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor been fighting pro for how long?
What? Three, what? A year before him? What is
Okay.
what are you talking about?
Hey, bro, I like Gary Antoine. I like all of the Russell boys.
Listen, he got 3 more fights than Whitcomb. So when Ruger's prograde for Josh Taylor, he only had 14 fights.
Who been fighting on a bigger stage the most?
He only had 14 fights.
Who been fighting on the biggest stage?
Man, we don't care about no stage.
Who been fighting the best competition? Put it that way.
We've been fighting best competition our whole life. Now
better than Josh Taylor record.
Now we're in the pros. Now we're in the pros. He will smash him.
Okay.
Man, what you talking about? He will smash Regis. Hold up, he will smash Regis and he will smash Josh Taylor.
We gonna bet.
Yeah, because
Regis, we gonna bet.
Regis lost to Josh Taylor, a dude that had 14 fights.
That fight could have went either way.
It could have went either way. But Regis Regis went over there and you know, took off a couple of rounds, man, you know.
Well, like I said, we'll find out when they fight. I got the Rougarou against Gary Antoine.
The Rougarou is going to get smashed, right?
Okay, we're going to find out if he's going to get smashed.
But my money's on this Teofimo.
That's
Devin
one
Haney
of them that can punch his ass off. Rougarou can punch, body.
My money on this Teofimo Devin Haney fight, though.
Shorty punch sharp and he punch hard. He punch sharp and he punch hard. It's the difference.
Let me get these super chats.
Yeah,
let me get
our shit look
super
different.
chat.
Our shit look different than Regis prograde. Yeah, we punch sharp and hard.
Hey y'all, let me get these super chats. Super chats. Hilo 44 Boxing in that super chat. He say, He say avoid fighters. He say avoided fighters. He said avoided fighter beat avoided fighter equal more avoided. So basically, what he's saying is, you know, if Gary Anton Russell beat an avoided fighter like Devin Haney, all they gonna do is avoid him even more. I don't think if he beat Devin Haney, I don't think that they could do that because he'll be the WBC champion at 140 pounds, and that's gonna make a whole lot
135.
135.
Yeah, my bad. At 135, that's gonna make a whole lot of noise. Because see, a lot of them dudes, just like y'all saying in the chat, oh, he too little. A lot of them dudes would jump up to try to fight Gary Russell at 135 because they gonna think, oh well, he too little, and Devin was young, you know. But let's go ahead and move on. Oh yeah, let me get my man Matthew Valentine off in that super chat once again, always showing love. He says, I got Gary over Regis, Taylor, all of them. He talking about, I think he meant
he talking about Antoine.
Yeah, I think he talking about Antoine. As far as Antoine over the Regis, like I said, man, that's a fight I would just love to see. They both dogs. I'm not picking nobody in that fight right now.
They
both dogs.
Man, I know Regis is dog, but we more dog than Regis. Yeah, I'm just saying. I
don't know.
No.
But man, I want to get to this.
Go ahead.
Let me get to this, right? The fight that everybody's been talking about, right? They in the same weight division. One of them got a motherfucking WBC franchise belt. The other one got the real WBC title, right? And then I'm going to cook on this and then I'm going to let y'all go, right? So now we finally got to see Devin Haney in against some real competition, right? We've seen Teofimo Lopez in there with several guys that was real tough competition. At this point, who wins the fight, right? And at this point, do they get this fight made? Now, right now, I'm going to talk about them getting the fight made, and then I'm going to break the fight down and who I think will win the fight. Now, as far as them getting the fight made, if Bill and Devin, if they sign back to DAZN, I think the fight is going to be difficult to be made because I might be wrong, right? But what's his name? Eddie Hearn, he already came out and he said that he was going to make the offer to Teofimo Lopez, right? He said he's going to make Teofimo Lopez a great lucrative offer that he won't be able to turn down because he want to get this fight made and he want to make it happen. Now, do I think that Teofimo Lopez don't want to fight Devin Haney. Finally, I really think that Teofimo Lopez does want that Devin Haney fight. I think that Teofimo, it's got to him with people saying that, you know, he's not the real undisputed. And I think that he do want to go and prove that he can beat Devin Haney. I think he thinks that he really can beat Devin Haney. But it's going to be a difficult fight to be made because, first of all, like I said, Eddie Hearn is talking about making an offer. Teofimo Lopez is the A side because he got the 3 belts, right? He got the 3 belts. And then we already know that Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, they didn't have their little beef recently. Now, I think that, you know, they could put that aside to make the business happen, but who's going to make the offer? Because if Eddie Hearn is making the offer for Teofimo Lopez to go to DAZN, nah, Bob Arum ain't going to let that shit happen. You think he finna let Teofimo Lopez go to another network 2 times in a row? Y'all can, miss me with that bullshit. So, Eddie, in order for this fight to happen, is we're going to have to see Devin Haney go over to Top Rank. If Devin Haney and Bill Haney can get their business to where they can go over to Top Rank and make this shit happen, well, it can happen. Other than that, the fight ain't going to happen. Other than that, the fight is going to be very difficult to happen. Now, and I want y'all to remember what I'm saying, and I want everybody to cook on that. But next, I want to cook on this real quick. In that fight, I've always said that I had Teofimo Lopez because before Saturday night, I said that I had Teofimo Lopez for the simple fact is he has been proven. He was battle tested. He fought the better competition. And I said that I don't know if Devin Haney's better than him. I said that Devin Haney could very well be better than Teofimo, but I always said Devin Haney has to prove it to me. I need to see that. He got to prove it to me, right? Now, I finally got to see Devin Haney in a step-up fight, right? Now, I'm picking Teofimo Lopez. I'm edging Teofimo Lopez in this fight because my thing is that, right? Devin Haney, I would give him the edge on with the speed and the boxer, right? Right. He's a more pure boxer than Teofimo Lopez, but I'm gonna tell you like this. He's not that much better of a boxer than Teofimo Lopez to where he could just outbox Teofimo Lopez, stay on the outside and outbox Teofimo Lopez for 12 rounds. He ain't that much better. Right? He a little better, but it ain't that big of a landslide to where if he think that he could just stay on the outside and pop shot Teofimo Lopez the whole night, he can't do that. Because Teofimo Lopez, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I'm going for Devin Haney, so don't get it twisted. World Combat Sports, he know that. He know I'm fucking with Devin Haney over Teofimo Lopez, but I think that Teofimo Lopez is the better fighter right now. If he think that he can stay on the outside and beat Teofimo Lopez, he can't do that because, and this is my opinion, because Teofimo Lopez, he can box. He can box, right? And then if they get in the inside, Teofimo Lopez, he got fucking hella pop. He's explosive, and Devin Haney's not going to be able to fight Teofimo Lopez in close range like that because he's not going to – I know that Devin Haney, if he's not going to come in with the same game plan that he did with Linares. So with Teofimo Lopez, he's not going to be able to sit down on his shots because he's going to be too worried about getting the fuck up out of there, right? And Teofimo Lopez, if you go back to the Lomachenko fight, he's a great counterpuncher. Everything that Lomachenko did, even when Lomachenko was winning the rounds, even when Lomachenko was exposing Teofimo Lopez's defense, Teofimo had an answer for everything that Lomachenko did. He came back with 1, 2, and 3 shots. He was throwing combinations. He was throwing in between Lomachenko's shots, right? Even when he was losing, he still had an answer. He never just fucking laid down and let Lomachenko get off of him. So I'm saying that to say this. When Devin Haney is in there, if he ever goes in there and try to exchange with Teofimo not just going to sit there and let him do that because Devin Haney don't have enough power to get Teofimo Lopez's respect. That's the biggest thing, right? You got to have, Devin Haney got a good jab. He do got a good jab, but you got to have enough power for Teofimo Lopez to respect you. And from what I see, I might be wrong, but from what I see, he don't have enough power to keep Teofimo Lopez off of his ass. So when it gets in the later rounds, Teofimo gonna try to walk him down, right? And Devin Haney don't got enough power to keep Teofimo off his ass. And if Devin Haney get hit with some of them shots from Teofimo Lopez, like he was doing with Linares, because like I said, a lot of y'all want to make it like, oh, well, he just got hit one time. Like, oh, well, what y'all talking about? He only got caught one time. No, Devin Haney got hit throughout that fight. He got hit several times throughout that fight. He only got hurt that one time, but he was getting touched throughout that fight at different times in that fight. If he get touched like that, I'm talking about from the very beginning, he can't take them type of shots from Teofimo Lopez. So right now, I give the edge to Teofimo Lopez. Right now, he's better because, like I said, it's certain things that Teofimo Lopez do better than it's certain things that Devin Haney does better than Teofimo Lopez, but it's not that wide of a margin. It's not that wide of a margin. And Teofimo Lopez also got speed. He's also explosive. So don't act like he's just some fucking flat-footed fighter that's slow that just go, because see, I hear y'all talking, right? I hear y'all talking, right? And Teofimo Lopez ain't no fucking flat-footed fighter that's just slow, because that's what y'all trying to act like. That Devin Haney is just so much better. He's not. He's not. And Teofimo Lopez wins this fight. And he can even win this fight by knockout. If Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, go in there and think he can go in there with his hands down and get caught slipping. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going for Devin Haney 150%, but I don't think that he can beat Teofimo Lopez right now. And I'm going to just keep it real. But, you know, it's a hell of a fight. At the end of the day, we got to see them get in the ring. That's why. I'm not saying I might be wrong, but we have to see them get in the ring. And if I put my money on somebody, I'm putting my money on Teofimo Lopez right now. Other than that, that's how I feel about it. You know, whoever want to cook, y'all can cook.
Go ahead, Batman. Go ahead. I'm going to say what I got to say after y'all finish.
One of those similarities to caveat of what Keon just said, flat-footed. We know the similarities between Gamboa and Linares. They was there to be hit by Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? They was there. When they exchanged punches in the pocket especially, it wasn't no moving. It wasn't no exit. They didn't pivot out, reset, none of that shit. They was just there to be hit. Teofimo Lopez is not going to be there to be hit after he landed his punches. You know, he was moving and dancing well with Lomachenko. Before Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez, that was the advantage people was giving him. His foot movement, his speed, and how, you know, how his dad sent him to dance school. You know, they were praising him for all that shit. But Teofimo was moving step for step with Vasil Lomachenko in that fight. And though, you know, Lomachenko came on in the around 6th or 7th round or whatever, you know, Teofimo was still able to close it out. See, for Devin Haney, standing in the pocket, leaning to his right, you know, trying to avoid punches all the time, he's going to have to move with Teofimo Lopez. And also, he's not going to be able to stand and trade, because I believe Teofimo is going to he's going to execute much more of a body attack than Linares did. Linares was steady headhunting when he fought Devin Haney. You know, he said he was tight. So if you tight, why don't you go somewhere that's not going to move? Why don't you go to the body? Why don't you target that area? But you kept on going to the head, and you just tired yourself out even more. So, you know, I have Teofimo Lopez winning this fight with Devin Haney, and I do agree with Keon when he said it can possibly end by knockout. But Keon, you got to make up your damn mind. You can't be saying Devin Haney this. He might beat him, and then you going with Teo. It's either or.
I never said that. When did you ever hear me say that Devin Haney might beat him? I never said that shit. You must be listening wrong. Scotty, I never said that Devin Haney might beat him. I said I might be wrong. I said I could be wrong because I didn't pick fights before and I was wrong. But right now, like I said, if I put my money, if they make this fight, I'm putting my money on Teofimo. Straight up, whoever want to bet, I'm putting my money on Teofimo.
Devin Haney can beat him, though. I thought you said you still think Devin Haney can beat him.
I never said that. I never said that. I stand corrected.
I stand corrected.
Oh yeah, no, I never said that because I don't think that Devin Haney can beat him. But I said what I did say. I said I might be wrong, right? Devin Haney might go in there and he might prove me wrong. But you got to prove me wrong because I'm putting my money on Teofimo. I think Teofimo right now is the better fighter.
It's just when I go with boxers, man, I go all the way. I just gauge them for what performances they put on in the past. And, you know, I know Teofimo Lopez has fought a taller fighter in Nakatani. And I say the third or fourth round, you know, he took punishment early. He made those adjustments, man. You know, he basically displayed his ring IQ along with his toughness. So that's why I don't understand why coach is talking about Jojo Diaz was that much. I mean, you know, you want to talk about height when it comes to Garrett Russell and Devin Haney. But Jojo Diaz, I believe, you know, performed very well in there against Garrett Russell. But Garrett Russell's volume and his smartness, his boxing IQ just overwhelmed him, and his punch count. Garrett Russell kept on pressing the gas on and on throughout the fight, and he was outworking Jojo Diaz. So you say height has something to do with something. Well, Teofimo Lopez stepped in there with Nakatani, and he was much taller. And you saw what happened to Felix Verdejo. That shit didn't happen to Teofimo Lopez. You saw Mikey Garcia go in there against Robert Easter. He dropped him in the third round, right? You saw what happened with Maurice Hooker when he fought Jose Ramirez. He got stopped, right?
Name
so why would
one
you
of
come
those
on here
people.
and talk about? Why would you come on here and talk about
guys
height,
whose feet is better than Devin Haney?
No,
Name
why would you come on here and talk about height,
better
man?
than Devin Haney? Name
why
one.
Would you? Why are you acting like Devin Haney is tall, super tall? He's not super tall. He's not taller than Robert Easter.
You still haven't answered my question.
I'm gonna let y'all finish. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Let me get to these super chats and I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and continue. Bernard Bird say salute Keon in the chat. Great contents, brothers. Much love to you, man. Showing love. Bernard Bird in that super chat, and then we got El Emirati off in that super chat also. He says Hearn will not let Haney fight Lopez after that. He says man has invested too much and now he knows vulnerabilities Haney has. He ain't hurting the top boys.
Wow.
Now y'all go ahead, you know.
I got one question for you.
Hold up, Coach. Canelo, he fought Callum Smith, right? He fought Callum Smith, who was way taller, and he pretty much has an easy go. So explain to me how you're saying Devin Haney is so much taller than Garrett Russell and he's gonna dominate, and you're a boxing coach. How does that play a role in this damn fight game, man?
I just answered that. You haven't answered my question. Name one fighter that you talking about who has better feet than Devin Haney. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Better feet from a fighter who stood in front of Jorge Linares.
He did that because he was trying to press him out. Before the ninth round, wait. All the way up into the ninth round.
Look, he stood in front of Jokic Gamboa. He stood in front of Jorge Linares. You talking about better feet?
You're not letting me, bro. Bro, you still ain't. From the first 9 rounds, what did Linares? He couldn't catch him, couldn't do nothing. He was getting hit in the face the whole fight until 9 rounds because of Devin's feet and his jab. You see me,
Devin feet. He fought damn near.
Okay, well, I'll tell y'all what. This is another thing. Nakatani gave Dave Teo all he wanted. Right?
No, he didn't, Coach.
No, he didn't.
Coach, you being extremely biased, man. For real.
No, I look at boxing and I know what I'm looking at.
You being extremely biased, bro.
No, I'm looking at boxing skills. Devin Haney has superior boxing skills.
We ain't talking about skills. We know that already. That's ABC. We're talking about your statement earlier. You mentioned that Garrett Russell fighting Devin Haney
no boxing skills at all.
It's going to be a problem, bro. You said Devin Haney's height can be a problem.
He's too small.
Gary Russell don't have no boxing skills whatsoever, man.
Never said that. Yes, for his weight class. But for 135, he is not going to touch him, bro. He's too small.
Everybody he fought bigger and taller than him.
Dude, they ain't that much tall. Devin is 5'9", bro.
What's called the dude he just fought, his last fighter is Devin Height.
So what we saying about Devontae Davis
and that fighter can beat Devin Haney, or he's a great boxer like Devin Haney. Stop.
What we talking about Devontae Davis and Santa Cruz?
Devin Haney looked that good because them dudes is walking towards him. Them dudes is walking towards him with a high guard, knowing they can't out jab with him. So, hey, coach.
So this fight coming up, coach.
You're a boxing coach. You probably.
Hey, coach. So this fight coming up for Gervonta is gonna be the same narrative, right? When he stepped down there to Leo Santa Cruz, he was a smaller fighter. He knocked him into the motherfucking Pluto.
You talking about Santa Cruz who come up from 122. Yeah, that's what you're talking about
him moving up from anything because he was a champion in 130, coach. Come on, you have to have
more champion at 130.
You on here on these panels debating, coach. You can't come on here.
He started at 126.
My thing is this.
Hold up.
He was a champion at 130 though. We don't care where he started.
I'm just saying. I'm telling people Tank Davis started out at 126.
Correct.
When he first started pro. So
why are you using 126? Why are you using earlier weight classes? That's like Pacquiao.
Okay. Look at it like this. I'm just gonna look at it like this. Nakatani gave him all the trouble that he wanted. Right? Gave all the trouble. This is my pick. I got Devin Haney over everybody at 135. I'm gonna stick to that, and we're gonna just do what we need to do. That's all it is.
I understand. I don't have a problem.
You think that Teofimo is better? Let me finish saying. I let y'all talk. Let me say what I got to say. Y'all got Teofimo Lopez. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Teofimo Lopez better have his head on right for this fight that's coming up, because George Kambosos is coming. Don't think this gonna be a walk in the park. It's not. It's gonna be a hard fight for Teofimo.
Yeah, just like Linares, it wasn't a walk in the park, right? Especially when he got to the later rounds, right? It's a fight. All the way
Linares, I never said you talking about a person who's won the belt 3 times. You talking about a person who dropped a great Lomachenko, knocked him on his behind.
We the first person to put Lomachenko on the ground, but they ain't give it to us.
Linares knocked him on the ground. He didn't knock Devin Haney on the ground. He knocked Loma on the ground.
The referee didn't even give Gary Russell credit for dropping Lomachenko in that fight because they wanted Lomachenko to win. They promised him a fight when he fought freaking Orlando Salido, but he couldn't get it done because Orlando was that guy. But then they turned around and they didn't even give Gary Russell the knockdown when he dropped.
Would it have made a difference?
Man, come on.
Would it have made a difference?
Oh my God, would it have made a difference? Yeah, it would have made a difference, man. Yeah, first of all, it would have made a difference on the scorecard. And then you don't know. Gary probably would have said, you know what? I feel like shit, but damn, I know I can drop him now. He might have, changed up his game plan a little bit.
But I don't even care about that. But Devin Haney, I ain't never get to speak on the Teofimo Lopez situation. He might outbox Teofimo Lopez. But if Teofimo Lopez catch up with him and touch him, and he get hurt like he got hurt, he will get stopped.
Hey, Batman. Prior to Lomachenko stepping in there with Teofimo Lopez, damn near everybody had Lomachenko winning. Why? Because of his footwork and his boxing cachet, right? They were saying he was a better boxer.
His boxing IQ.
So therefore, when it comes to Devin Haney, now we have somewhat a similar scenario. They trying to say what he got skills, he got footwork, all this other shit.
Yeah, but what they trying to say is his length. They trying to give Devin Haney because he got a good length. I mean,
look, Robert Easter had length on Mikey Garcia when they fought at 135 too.
Robert Easter can't box with Devin Haney.
Man, did you? Excuse me.
Robert Easter is nowhere near the boxer Devin Haney is.
Listen.
I'm talking about length and range, there, coach.
But you gotta have skills with the length and the range. He don't have the skills.
Him being a champion, him being an IBF champion, that mean nothing.
But listen, if don't nobody give him a target, y'all keep on getting how he fighting these guys. He been fighting C-class fighters before Linares. the dudes he's been fighting, they walk towards him without no jab. They keep their high guard up, walk towards him, give him a bigger target. You think Gary Russell Jr. or hopefully Teofimo Lopez not going to give him a target. They're going to be moving their head, still jabbing as they walking, moving their head, offsetting Devin Haney.
So do you agree that C-class fighters have been on his resume, their coach, up until Linares? Because that's absolute fact, man. He fought Zaul Abdullayev, Alfredo Santiago, and then Gamboa. And Gamboa been on the canvas forever and a day, and Haney couldn't drop him. Lomachenko dropped Linares, but Linares went the distance and almost dropped Haney. I wouldn't say almost dropped, he hurt it. Okay, I'm not going to go that far to say he almost dropped him, but he hurt it. So you have to take that in consideration, man. On the scenarios, you're doing comparisons between the two.
Yep. So he got buzzed. Okay.
It was more than buzz, coach.
He got buzzed. No, he got buzzed. Just like the best fighter ever got buzzed.
Now we're not talking about the best fighter ever. We're talking about the young lions that.
Yeah, we're talking about the best fighter ever got buzzed. Everybody get buzzed. So what?
What's we're talking about? You can't say best fighter ever. We're talking about the 135-pound division, and we're doing grouping. We're talking about certain fighters that's at the top of the tier. So right now it's Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney.
And so you got Devin Haney.
You say Devin Haney beats everybody 135.
That's what
I'm not understanding your scenario and your facts.
I'm not understanding your scenario. I think Devin Haney is the best boxer at 135. And I think he can beat up everybody at 135. Just because he got hit in a fight because he was trying to get Linares out of there and he got careless and got caught. But guess what? He still didn't hit the deck like Lomachenko did. He still didn't hit the deck.
Who's defeated in top pound for pound
by unanimous decision?
Who at 135? Who at 135 defeat the top 2 pound for pound fight in the world? Teofimo Lopez, right? Who has the most belts? Teofimo Lopez, right? Who has the better opposition in top 10 opponents? Teofimo, right?
Yeah.
So it's going
to every fighter that Teofimo fought, Devin can beat.
Hey, Devin Haney. Okay, why he haven't fought him? Why you fighting him?
Every fighter that he fought, Devin can beat.
Don't talk about no ducking. Why they haven't fought him?
So you telling me every fighter that Devin Haney beat, Teofimo can't beat?
Never said that.
All right then. So,
but I still think Devin's skills gonna pay the bills. I think he gonna beat him.
Yeah, his skills.
I had no winning. I had no fight in that race.
he gonna look, coach. He gonna get paid the night he fight Teo. That's what it's about. He gonna walk in there and get a paycheck, but he ain't gonna win.
Okay, well, we'll just bet and find out.
And if you're gonna bet on this particular fight, you say Devin Haney beat everybody. We're not betting for anything less. You know, no $22. No $31.50. You know, we betting some good soft cushion money on this.
You act like I'm scared, brother.
I'm just saying. You talking about height and shit, man.
You act like I'm scared, brother. I'm not scared. So what?
I don't want you to bet.
I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at, and I know what's gonna happen.
I know what I'm looking at too, man.
Okay.
I don't want you going up the prices on your stuff.
Well, just make sure we'll come back on Keon's show, and one of us gonna have our head bowed. That's it. One of us gonna have you out of both of y'all. Somebody have their head bowed.
I'm not with neither one of them fighters.
I'm betting too. I'm betting too. So listen, I got my bread on Teofimo, but I'm going. I don't see.
Y'all better hope Teofimo. Y'all better hope Teofimo get past George Kambosos.
It ain't no hope for me because I'm fucking with Devin Haney. I'm going for Devin Haney, but I just think that Teofimo can beat him. So
that's what I was talking about earlier there, Keon. You can't go for Devin Haney. You got to pick either or, dog.
Yeah, I can because I fuck with Devin Haney.
Listen, he's rooting for Devin Haney.
I'm rooting for Devin Haney. I can. I'm just keeping it real. See, me, I'm different. Right, me, I'm different. Most dudes, they go off of pure like, oh, if I like a fighter, I'm a cap for him. I don't do all that.
No, I ain't capping for nobody, Keon. I ain't capping for nobody.
No, I ain't talking about you.
Hey, Coach,
no, I'm not.
Coach,
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying that most fans, if they like a fighter, they gonna cap for him. Oh, even if they know in the back of their mind they might not could beat this next dude, they still gonna tell everybody, oh yeah, he gonna do this and that. I'm different, right? Yeah, I fuck with Devin Haney, but I know in the back of my mind, I don't think he can fuck with Teofimo Lopez right now. So I'm not gonna be stupid and put my money on him. If I bet on the fight, I'm gonna bet on Teofimo Lopez. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
for Devin Haney.
Like you got a football team, your football team's your shit, but you're gonna root for your football team, but your money ain't gonna go with your team.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I got the dream over everybody at 135, and I'm not changing.
Listen, man, the dream. I can't wait. If he don't get the fight with Gary Russell Jr., I can't wait till he get a.
So let's get this straight now, Coach. What you want to bet on it, man? I don't want you to go and forget about it.
Cool.
I'm rooting for Devin too, cause I want him to. Cause next year my little brother gonna have a title, the youngin at 140, and I want to see the same results that Coach talking about, cause we gonna beat the shit out. Regis Prograde, Devin Haney. Whoever comes our way is getting.
Let's just wait till after the Kambosos fight, then we could talk about that.
Because he getting past Kambosos, Coach. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. He getting past Kambosos.
Okay, we'll see. You a fortune teller. I see.
Nah, Kambosos fortune teller though.
I'm just letting you know he getting past Kambosos, man. That's the confidence I have in the fighters.
What you got on a little turban and a crystal ball in front of you?
No, the same way. Saying
Kambosos is coming to fight, partner. And if he get on them ropes like he did with Loma late in the fight, Kambosos is going to do him dirty.
It's funny how you telling me I got on a turban and a crystal ball.
Hey,
right?
dog, I'm being funny, bro. Don't take it serious.
No, check this out, Coach. But you saying Devin Haney beats everybody 135. If that ain't a crack crystal ball, I don't know what is.
Hey, I got on my turban, bro. You don't want me to say I got on my turban, bro. Shit. My turban and my crystal ball. I got Devin Haney over everybody at 135, and I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, well, you on a donut already, Coach.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. He better see with them young cats with athleticism just like him. They gonna punch with him. They gonna catch up with him. All that boxing for 12 rounds, he ain't gonna be able to do that. He get to do that against bums.
That's a solid point.
You can do that against bums.
Bro, the only reason he could have did it this fight. The only reason he didn't because he was trying to get him out of there.
No, I ain't talking about
from the first round to the 12th, like he did all the way through.
Linares. I'm talking about how y'all perceive him in his pro career. He fought all C-class fighters. So you really can't range yourself off C-class fighters. That's just like with my little brother Antoine. Everybody can't really, he a dog, but everybody don't really trust in that because he's having fought real competition. But when you get up to real competition, it's different.
I know.
All right then.
I got Devin over everybody at 135.
And the Linares fight, all that, he the only one punching. Tank ain't gonna let him he the only one punching. He's gonna get tested with some shit more than Linares did. Tank gonna take more chances. Tio gonna take more chances.
Bro, don't you know Devin and Tank done sparred plenty of times? Don't you know that Tank and Tio done sparred plenty of times? Yeah, Tank quit because they was in a doghouse and he quit.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, come on. Hey, I don't see Tank. I seen Tank go tweeting.
You got me over here weak.
Now, can I explain something?
I seen Tank go tweeting around.
Can I say something like this? All right, cool. But you know these no headgears and smaller gloves, right?
Oh, of course. So just think about it. He beat Tank up with them with the bigger gloves.
Because you confident. Because a lot of them fighters, you ain't never seen it in the gym. A lot of them fighters.
We watched Figueroa knock a TOT out his mouth in the gym. We saw that.
All right, cool. But you know, some of these guys are confident with these headgears and shit on, right? These headgears and bigger gloves give them more confidence than when they go in there with no headgear on and smaller gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. So you know,
okay.
and Devin, one of them guys that he's real shaky without that headgear on. I see, and against competition. Because when you saw him against Shakur Stevenson, he ain't looked that hot. He ain't look like the best boxer.
If
You're
all
talking
these
about
fighters,
another elite fighter, partner. That's one of my
That's
favorites.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling
Gary
you.
don't want no smoke with him.
if all these fighters fucking up Javante, why they ain't called him out at 35?
Oh, no,
They ain't called him out. What are you talking about?
Nah, Devin Haney called him out.
Devin Haney called him out. Lomachenko called him out. And guess what Floyd did? Floyd took a fucking beard off and didn't want that smoke.
Man, Lomachenko called him out a long time ago, and there was nothing to that. Lomachenko people could have got with whoever if that was a serious fight to make.
No,
I'm talking about
it wasn't a serious fight.
Floyd
didn't want to put him in that ring with that boy. That's what he didn't.
No, they was going through some other shit.
No. This before
Floyd wanted to put him in that ring and sacrifice.
This is what Floyd said. Tank got a long career. You know, he's young. We're
going through some shit. They was along the right way. And then what happened? Floyd mentioned Lomachenko's name. Okay, I'm on Javante and Lomachenko. Let's do it because they had their rift in the camp. They had their animosity between one another. It was ebbs and flows going on between them, man.
Yeah, that's what Floyd.
I gotta disagree with you on that. World Combat. At one point, Tank didn't want that smoke with Lomachenko.
Yeah, Tank never said he didn't want it. Tank never said he didn't want it.
He didn't want that.
He avoided it like the plague. And guess what? When they asked him about it, he let Floyd speak for him. They was right next to each other.
Floyd always
said, he's young. We're going to bring him along the right way.
Floyd always
was calling him out.
Floyd always speak for him. That ain't that new. Floyd always speak for him.
Nah, but when they asked him, he was like, well, I'm still young and I still got a long time in the sport. And, he getting older. That's what Tank said. I'll play back the footage if you need me to. Tank did not want that smoke at one point in time with Lomachenko. He did.
If Floyd speaks for the Javante, then don't expect Javante to go out here and say something different to go against what Floyd has already said. That's just the communication that they have.
We men. We can't do that because we're not gonna do that. If it's a fighter that you don't like, you're not finna do that. We men. Let's not do that.
I know we're men, but Javante's in an entirely different situation than we are.
But but if it's a fighter that you like, Scotty, you're not finna say the same shit. If it's a fighter that you dislike, know
the fighters. The only fighter, like I fuck with Javante, but the fighters that I really fuck with heavy, they speak up for themselves. But
if it's a fighter that you dislike, in that same situation, you're not finna make that excuse for him.
Hey, Keon, Bud say what he gotta say. T.O. say what he gotta say. Deontay say what he gotta say. Joshua Greer say what he gotta say. I mean, Tank is one of those guys. That was just my opinion on what I thought about it.
But I'm telling you, hold on. I'm telling you, if it's Errol Spence, right, and goddamn Al Hammond or fucking Sam Watson get to talking for him and say some shit when it has to do with Terrence Crawford, you not finna say the same thing for Errol Spence. Well, that's his promoter. He's in a different situation. You ain't finna do that.
But those two names, Sam Watson and Al Hammond, they're not on the camera speaking like Leonard Ellerby.
I know, but I'm just making an example. If it's a fighter that you don't like Errol Spence, you're not finna make that same excuse for him. So don't do it for Tank.
Errol Spence he's not in the same position as Tank, man. You know that.
Let me read this super chat. He said at Zenith 360, he says, is the kind of broke guy that goes to a cookout with burger buns only but eats prime steak. Pay Keon now. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all talking about.
I know one thing, though, Keon. When Lomachenko gave up that belt for a reason. He gave up that WBC for a reason.
No, Bob Burnham did.
He was calling Tank out big and proud. You ain't heard nothing when Devin was that mandatory, did
you? Isn't that old news?
Because he know what he looking at. That's why he know what he looking at.
I got Bob Erm doing that.
Devin Haney was never the mandatory. It was nothing in paper saying he was the mandatory. That's
Yes, it
already
was.
in
He was the
stone.
number
I
one
got the
contender.
video.
What are you talking
I
about?
got the
Well, how
video.
he got the belt if he wasn't a
It was
mandatory?
nothing in stone. They agreed to fight,
Stop.
not an eliminator. It wasn't an eliminator
How
fight
come?
between him and
How come
Alfredo
they gave
Santiago.
him the belt then? Go ahead.
Like I
If he's
said,
not the mandatory,
it
how
wasn't
come
a
he got
title
the belt?
eliminator. It wasn't a title eliminator. That's been said by Mauricio Suleiman already.
Lomachenko took the franchise belt. Devin Haney was awarded the belt.
You're not
Was the
listening.
number one contender.
You're not listening. Devin Haney wasn't guaranteeing anything when it came to Lomachenko. I got the video. If you want to set something up, I can show you the video. It's been played numerous of times. Mauricio Suleiman has already made it perfectly clear it wasn't a title eliminator.
Oh, we believe everything, Mr. Crooked Man.
I'm not going off morals and principles, Coach. I'm telling you what's out there. It was nothing on paper to say Devin Haney was guaranteed anything for Lomachenko. Lomachenko, after winning that fight,
you're the number one contender in boxing.
Now check this
that
out,
means
Coach.
you're the mandatory.
Check this out, Coach. Lomachenko told Mauricio Suleiman, say they done fighting. Once he won his fight, when he was set to potentially, come into the area, the presence of Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He said he was done fighting for the rest of the year. So Mauricio said, okay, cool. Alfredo Santiago and freaking Devin Haney, guess what? You're not gonna fight for an eliminator, you're gonna fight for the interim, right?
No.
That's it.
That's not how that went. Lomachenko requested the franchise title because Devin Haney was his mandatory.
Lomachenko requested. That's old news, Coach. We're talking about what Mauricio said, that Devin Haney was never on paper guaranteed to fight Lomachenko at any given time. Period. It wasn't nothing.
You saying this on paper stuff. Well, then how come Devin Haney ended up with the WBC belt then? He didn't fight no eliminator. They gave him the belt. Why?
Oh, he didn't fight no eliminator? Okay.
No,
obviously,
they gave him the belt.
Okay.
Coach, so that means he was the mandatory.
Coach, what belt did they give him?
The WBC title. That
was the title right below the franchise, right?
Franchise ain't a belt, supposedly.
Check this out. That WBC belt that he was emailed, that he was elevated to, that's the one that Lomachenko had, right? So let's get on the same topic.
That's the real belt. That's the one Muhammad Ali and them walked around with.
I'm talking about the belt before that belt. I'm talking about the belt before that. Because everybody was talking about when Lomachenko was WBC champion, right? I'm talking about the belt that Devin Haney had before that.
Devin Haney had an Intercontinental belt or something? What?
Yeah. He talking about the belt.
He had an Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, the belt Ryan got.
Thank you, Batman.
So that means
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out. He had the interim belt, Coach. They did not fight for a title eliminator.
That's not true.
So that did not put him in a position to fight Lomachenko as a mandatory.
Dude, he ducked and he elevated Devin. Everybody in the world knew that.
No, he didn't duck. You can use duck, but does duck have any merit to it? It's just a damn term they use. How can you duck somebody? Ryan Garcia ducked. Ryan Garcia ducked, if you want to talk about Ryan Garcia.
He did. He ducked Devin Haney too. He ducked him because he was the mandatory. He fought an eliminator to beat him.
Hold on. Batman got a twin?
Nah, man. I don't know.
There's two Batmans off of this bitch. Why you ain't tell nobody you had a twin, dog?
Batman,
I accidentally hit something on the joint, man.
Which one is you, man? Okay, the new account. Okay, man. Not like, goddamn, Batman got a twin.
He was the interim title holder, Coach, but he was not the mandatory to fight Vasil Lomachenko, because Vasil said after that fight he had
with Luke Campbell.
Correct. He wasn't fighting.
He was the mandatory. Luke Campbell was the mandatory, and Devin was next in
he
line.
never defended the WBC title because he told Mauricio Suleiman he wasn't fighting the rest of the year. He never defended the WBC title, period.
No, Luke Campbell wasn't even a mandatory. Fucking Devin Haney and Luke Campbell posed the fault.
That's right.
For the mandatory, but they chose Luke Campbell instead of letting
Devin
Haney fight, but let
that's what happened.
And Luke Campbell fight for the title.
But he was never a mandatory though. He was never a mandatory.
Nah, they was in a tournament. Remember?
Correct, and it fell apart. You're right.
It fell apart because he took that franchise belt.
No,
it didn't. No, it didn't.
He got the belt. Remember, before he got the belt, before he got the belt, Luke
Tio
Campbell
went to IBF.
Tio, and Devin Haney and somebody else, and somebody else was in the tournament. Remember, Tio backed out. Tio backed out the WBC and went the IBF route.
Devin was the mandatory after Campbell lost.
Let me get to these super chats real quick. Let me get to these super chats. My man El Maradi, he say, Keon the man, day one right here. He say, click the like button, y'all. Click that like button. And then my man Zenith, he come in the building right after. He says, hurt El Buttlicker filling over his wife Eddie Germ. Tell your hubby to get you more money to play with you broke. He says, bitch. Hey, I guess they got something going on in the chat, man. Y'all, go to both of y'all in that super chat. I think they having their own battle right now. They going at it in the chat. Yeah, but salute to both of y'all, man. El Maradi, he pop up again. He say, try harder, Zenith 360, pay the man. Man, I appreciate y'all. Oh shit, he stepped in with the basically the 50. Okay, man, I appreciate that, y'all.
I'm tired. I'm really tired.
They going at it.
I just hope all of these fights come to fruition so we can see who the best.
Salute to y'all, though, man.
I'm tired of debating. About who gonna be who. Why don't they just hurry up and make all this shit happen?
So hold on. So we never got to we never got down to, do y'all think that with Eddie Hearn saying that he gonna make the offer to Teofimo Lopez, do y'all see Teofimo Lopez going to the zone? And if not, do y'all see Devin Haney going over to Top Rank? Do y'all see this fight happening? And how does it happen?
I think.
Hey, Keon, you heard what Teofimo said, right? Teofimo said if Devin Haney them try to outprice themselves, they go on the purse bid. Period, because they have confidence in what Triller.
In order to do that, you got to be able to make him the mandatory. And see, that ain't up to them.
He ain't the mandatory. This is champion versus champion.
Yeah, this is champion versus champion. This is a unification, undisputed.
Right.
First of all, who is called?
I think that Bob Arum and them gonna do. They're not gonna let Eddie Hearn and them outbid them if they got the money. But the zone got big pockets, so you never know how that's gonna go. Because Devin pretty much a free agent. Devin can fight anywhere because he has his own promotion company.
Y'all must not seen what happened with Lomachenko and the Kambosos fight for you to be saying what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You must not seen the negotiation process with Lomachenko and Kambosos. And you think Devin Haney, just because he's a free agent, he's gonna have much more of a rope to pull? I mean, to be honest, Teofimo don't have to fight Devin Haney.
You say who?
What you say?
Teofimo don't have to fight Devin Haney.
No, he don't. No, I'm not saying he has to fight him, but I think that the money that the zone is gonna put up money for that fight. I believe that they're gonna offer. I think they're gonna offer Teofimo a lot of money.
But that's if Devin signed back with him. You gotta say if Devin signed back with him.
Correct. There you go. That's because Devin a free agent. You just said he was a free agent.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if I was them, I would let it go to purse bid. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big fight, bro. For unification, for undisputed, I think they gonna all put. I think the zone gonna put a bid in, and I think ESPN gonna put a bid in. I think that's a big fight.
Them the same cats that was bidding for the Kambosos fight. ESPN and the zone was in that.
Yeah,
Triller might can get it. I mean, anybody.
Triller won it.
Y'all know anybody.
Triller's going to get it back, man. Triller's going to get it.
Believe me. Wait, hold on. Run that back. So you're saying that Triller is going to get the fight between Devin Haney and T.O.?
It could happen.
It can happen.
We're talking about on a purse bid status, right?
Yeah,
Triller is not putting all this money behind Teofimo Lopez just for the George Kambosos fight.
You think that Bob Arum is gonna let that shit happen 2 times in a row?
He ain't got no choice.
You know why?
He didn't have no choice the first
Because
time.
either way it go, Teofimo gonna have to pay him his cut, and he don't have to do no work.
That's true. He got to pay him his cut regardless.
Oh man, if
Like
Bob
in this fight, he got to give Bob Arum about $800,000 for this fight.
But if Bob
I don't know, man. I just don't see Bob Arum letting it go down. And if they do, if they do make him like, how they gonna make it? How they gonna make it go to purse bid? Like, how are they gonna make it to the mandatory?
Man, Top Rank is in trouble right now, bro.
If he
Top Rank is in bad trouble. You know they had the feds going and raid the office not long ago, bro. So Bob Arum is in some financial straits right now. So it ain't no telling what's gonna happen with Top Rank right now, man. You know the FBI went in on them, bro. So
that wasn't in the last 12 months, though, was it?
Yeah, this is not long ago, bro. So this is a problem. So I don't know how all this gonna work out.
I can care less. Bob Arum stingy, and you know I wanted to go the first bid because you know Triller will pick up on that once again, and they'll take that fight there, and it'd be different.
If Bob,
you know why it's gonna be different? Because the ring is gonna be smaller too.
If Bob can get that money up, then it won't go to purse bid. But you know Bob ain't trying to come off no money.
Nope.
So it might go to purse bid, and like you said, Triller or the Zone can win. But Triller got the deeper pockets now. They look like they got the deeper pockets. So
yeah, they got the deeper pockets. Ryan Kavanaugh, he a billionaire. Then you got Snoop and a plethora of other people who invested in Triller. So I don't think they putting all this promotion for the Kambosos fight just to let T.O. go.
True.
Yeah, but T.O. got to buy out his contract now.
Yeah, he still got 3 more years with Bob. Let me get this super chat. My man Zenith 360 back in the building. Appreciate you in that super chat. He said, you can't pay with your sins. He said, we still waiting on them receipts about how much money Hearn giving Haney over anyone else. You wanted $10, you got double that. He says, pay in receipts. Drop the link to your proof, El Gallo. Oh, shit.
Them cats going at it.
I appreciate that, man, in that super chat, man. They going hard.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right, Keon? They going hard on a whole nother topic, but they put super chats up there to be saved. That's crazy.
Yeah. They going at it right now, man. They have the chat lit right now, man. But the thing is, man, is we need this fucking fight. If we don't get this fight, right? If we don't get this fight, that's gonna take boxing right back down to where it was before we just got these big fight announcements.
Man,
we don't need to take no steps back.
I disagree, Keon. I don't think we need this fight, Keon.
We need this fight.
But Keon, this the thing about it, bro. We still jumping the gun, bro. Tio got to get past George Kambosos, bro.
Man, Tio gonna beat the shit out of George Kambosos.
Okay, coach. Let's make some easy money since you weren't sure. Let's make some easy money.
About
what you want to put on the Kambosos fight?
I'm not betting on Kambosos, man.
Stop talking about it then. Stop talking about it.
Because we still, hey, bro, anything can happen in boxing, bro.
Come on, coach. I'm trying to get paid, coach. You just want to,
can happen in boxing, bro. Anything can happen, bro. And George Kambosos is training his ass off, bro. This not gonna be an easy fight for Teofimo, man. I'm telling y'all.
No, we ain't talking about easy. The Nakatani fight wasn't easy. Lomachenko wasn't easy.
I think George Kambosos is better than Nakatani.
I mean, he give out a better punch rate than Nakatani, yeah.
And he punch harder. So this is a tough fight, brother. Don't just look past Kambosos. We gotta wait and see what happens.
So let me ask you this, coach, because you saying that George Kambosos, like he a problem, okay? Right now, if Teofimo Lopez go out there and dominate George Kambosos, you still saying that Devin Haney gonna beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez?
I didn't say beat the shit out of. I said that I have Devin over everybody at 135. and that's what I'm gonna stick to. I'm riding till the wheels fall off.
Hey, you standing on your square. I gotta respect it. I gotta respect that.
If he don't get the fight with Teofimo Lopez, the next fight should be Gary Russell Jr. They should give us our two what we was asking for. That
No
they
doubt.
gave Linares, that they gave Linares, and let us get that Devin Haney bump.
That's definite. Let me read this super chat. My man El Marati back in the building. He says 24. He said 24. He says, is that it? He said, if you struggle with the rent, reach out. He said, make a big boy donation. Man has to calculate his month's money before coming back. Damn. Hey, y'all throwing out over there, man.
That's going hard. Damn.
Y'all throwing out over there, man. That's big dog shit. Big stepper shit.
What the fuck is they arguing about?
Hey, they're gonna pay for your ticket to Vegas, there, Kia.
Hey, that's big stepper shit, man. I'm already booked up for Vegas, man. I already got everything. All I need is the fight ticket. Shit, that's all I shit. We booked, man. Who going to Vegas up in here? Who gonna be in Vegas for the Wilder fight?
Wow, that dude said Devin Haney spaghetti legs saved by the bell. Wow.
I want to know, my people,
Coach.
man. Who gonna be out in Vegas for the Wilder fight? Because we all need to link up. Who gonna be out in Vegas?
My logo tell you everything you need to know.
I already know you gonna be there, man. You already know, man. We finna get live. Who else gonna be in Vegas? Anybody else on the panel gonna be in Vegas? Anybody in the chat?
Nah, man.
He in there.
Just let me know if H Money out there, I catch the plane.
Man, you know that motherfucker. Man, don't say that. I don't even know why you mentioned that pussy name on this channel. You know he ain't going out the house.
But I'm just saying, if somebody see him out there,
man, come on now, Batman.
I'm catching the plane off the break, off the jump. On
Batman, you know that motherfucker ain't stepping out the house. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
When Mo 3 made the song, they scared to come outside. For real, they scared to come outside. That's the type of nigga he was talking about. He's scared to go outside. He ain't going outside.
Hey, Coach, can I ask you this?
Yeah, go ahead.
If it was a more experienced fighter in there that 11th round with Devin Haney, would Devin Haney went to sleep?
Nope.
All right.
And the reason I'm saying that because Devin Haney is a smart fighter. He did what he was supposed to do.
No, I said it was a more experienced fighter.
Dude, Linares got 3 world championships, bro. I mean, how much more experience you want? A guy that can punch, he can fight. I mean, how much more experience you want? What, he got to be 50 and 0? He got to be 40.
A lot of these dudes don't know how to really, when dudes are trying to grab, they don't know how to really stop a person.
I mean, Linares has been in the game a long time, bro. So you're not going to say that. It's not as easy as people think. And Devin Haney is smart. He did what he was supposed to do. Just like
I'm not talking about, I didn't say Linares. I said if it was another person in there that knew what they was doing, a finisher. If it was a finisher in there that knew what they was doing, and that 11th round with Devin Haney would have got finished.
I mean, I can't. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know because, like I said, Linares got a lot of experience, and he done finished a lot of people.
He ain't show me he had experience. He ain't fake.
Batman, to be honest, I think Devin Haney made the smartest move, man. Why sit up there and not hold?
Yes.
And why not hold?
Listen, I didn't say that, but you can negate what Devin Haney did. If I was in this corner or that was my fighter. Once I just saw that, look, son, we not going in there after them. And then I'm yelling from the corner, skip back, throw the uppercut. Devin Haney wasn't doing nothing but reaching out and grabbing.
Yeah, I understand that, but it was still smart for him to grab, to hold.
It was smart for what Devin Haney did, but I'm talking about. I'm switching the narrative. Whereas though.
The problem is this, Batman. It's just like when different people hurt Floyd at certain times, and they couldn't finish him even when he was still a little woozy in the head because of their feet. Man, he got good feet, bro. They know how to get in quick to where you can't hit them. They know how to move. They know what to do, bro. Devin Haney got a high boxing IQ, bro. He's only
But
22.
Floyd, when he got hit by Sugar Shane, he wasn't holding like Devin, man. Come on, bro. You can't
He
put that
wasn't
in.
holding. Man,
He
he
wasn't
grabbed
holding
he
like
held.
Devin.
Shane.
He
No,
wasn't
The
holding
referee
like
had to
Devin.
pry them apart
He
when
wasn't
Shane hit
holding
him.
like Devin.
no,
He wasn't holding like Devin.
No, he's saying that Floyd ain't hold the whole round. Floyd got himself together and started back boxing.
Hey, bro, that's because Floyd got it. He might have got his senses back faster than Devin.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
but
understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My
I
take-
understand that. But I'm saying how Devin was hurt. Devin was hurt bad.
Yeah, he was hurt. Hey, no question about it. He was hurt bad.
I'm talking about the time when he just reached out and grabbed him. Yeah,
my take on it is if you hurt, but see what I didn't like is he tried to act like he wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? He could have just been like, yeah, man, the man caught me with a good shot and I was hurt, but I still did what I had to do, and shit, I dominated the fight. But he didn't have to say he wasn't hurt. Now he went out there and he knew he was hurt, so he did what he had to do. He did the smart thing.
But Keon, when you get hurt like that, though, sometimes in your brain, you don't think you as hurt as you are, but your legs don't do what they're supposed to do. So I think that's why he said that, because in his mind, he wasn't as hurt as he thought he was.
He said he was going to go in there and beat Gamboa worse than anybody ever did. But yet, after the post-fight, what did Devin Haney say? Oh, I wanted to prove to people I can pitch a shutout. Come on, you pitched another shutout to Linares. Come on, man. You making excuses for Devin, bro.
Hey, my man Zenith. Hey, hold on. Let me get this super chat. My man Zenith 360 back in the building again in that super chat. He said, my man, keep his word. He says, where are those receipts about Haney contract? You paying for protection in the chat like a bitch. He say, in jail. Donate whole paycheck to my fam. We waiting on receipts. Where they at? Take that L. And I seen y'all who said that y'all was coming to Vegas to the fight. We all need to link up though, because that shit finna be lit. We all need to link up. I appreciate y'all once again, man. Showing love in that super chat.
Ward was knocked down that Kovalev fight, and Ward lost that Kovalev fight to me. That's just to me. I mean, anybody else. That first fight was.
You said Ward lost that Kovalev fight?
Most definitely.
Well, you can say what you want to, because all I know is I walked up to that motherfucking that window, you know what I'm saying, that window and cashed out real big on that fight.
Yeah, a lot of people walked up to that window when Timothy Bradley was watered to win over Manny Pacquiao too.
Ain't nobody bet on Timothy Bradley, dog. Ain't nobody. You know what? No, I'm lying. You know what? Now you made me fucking remember. I bet that Timothy Bradley was going to beat Pacquiao, even though Pacquiao beat his ass, right? I bet this cat that Timothy Bradley was going to beat Pacquiao, and that motherfucker still owe me my money to this day. I still ain't seen him to this day. I still ain't caught up with that motherfucker.
I'll duck your ass too.
Man, hell no. You bet you got to pay. It ain't man,
they robbed the shit out. I'm just making a joke where it's though.
Yeah. They did rob him. But they did rob him though. Motherfucker still owe me money, and I'm getting my shit if I ever see him again.
But I mean, like I say, man, Devin had a good outing, man. He had a good outing. He had a hiccup in his outing. It is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Through the first 9 rounds, I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there like, this motherfucking Devin, can't nobody fuck with him. In the whole weight division, like probably through like the first 7 rounds, I was like, damn, Devin, can't nobody fuck with him.
I was just looking at Linares.
Learn from this.
I was looking at Linares, how he was headhunting, man. He wasn't putting. I know what you're saying. Devin looked flawless in the first half of the fight, the way he was landing those combinations and being defensively sound. But then I looked at Linares. I was like, Linares kept on headhunting. He wasn't even versatile. He didn't have no versatility to his attack. He was just trying to respond to Devin putting that jab on his ass and countering him all the time. I mean, he looked good, man. He looked good the first half of the fight.
I know what you're saying, Coach. Scotty, if I can't fucking hit you with my jab, I'm a bull rush you. I'm gonna put this shit on you.
Yeah.
that's just like with
he go
what's
bull
my man name? For Fortuna. Fortuna be a different monster for Devin.
That's the fight I wanted to see instead of Linares. I want to see Fortuna. And I think Devin can outbox Fortuna, but I think it would have been a different type of difficult fight for him.
But he's going to outbox him. But if Devin can't punch, Fortuna is going to walk through that shit and keep punching. I mean,
if he get that damn Javier Fortuna who fought Robert Easter, shit, that's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Will Linares sit there and let the man just keep popping the jab, Dog, all right, I can't beat you boxing. Now it's time to go all out. All right.
You think he's going to stand there and let him go all out? You think he's going to just stand right there?
No, what I'm saying,
listen, Coach. Well, he stood there for the last two fights that Coach against Gamboa and Linares.
That's because he knew what he was doing against Linares, he was trying to knock him out. See,
Coach,
he could have just boxed him till 12 for 12.
Coach, you can't talk about what his game plan was, and that's why he did it.
Can I finish, guys?
Go ahead, Batman.
Coach, I'm talking about go all out. Whereas though he's boxing. All right, cool. I know I can't sit here and jab with him.
Damn.
I am going to press the issue. Every time I get close to this kid, I am going to touch something. I got to test the body. I got to test something. There's no way I'm going to sit here and just keep holding my hands up and letting you keep touching me with this jab. I'm going to slip. See, that's what. And then he ain't had no head movement or none of that shit. He just wanted the high guard. I'm going to slip. Every time I slip, make you miss that jab, I'm going to touch you. I can't outbox you, but I'm going to touch you. You're just going to feel my presence in the ring. So when you do try to slow down and I catch up with you, you do slow down and try to box and try to stop me, then I really got my chance. I'm gonna let my hands go. But you know, these guys are veterans, man. But they don't show me that he was just in there fighting, man. He didn't show me nothing that a veteran would do. That's
and
me.
Let me get back to this super chat, man. My man El Marati off in the super chat again. He said he's showing out. Hey, he said he's showing out with that oil money, man. Him and Zenith, man, showing much love, both of them. He say at Zenith 360, he say 24 again. He says, I lost all respect for you. Reach out if your baby mama needs some food. He say, also, we don't get paychecks, we pay wages. Oil King in the house. He says, and if you have any self-respect, load up, I think 100
pounds.
100 pounds. Man, they showing big love. And I want to say this, man. I appreciate everybody in here, man. I appreciate everybody because y'all got me well over 5,000 subs, man. And I appreciate you. I remember, when I was on here, talking this boxing, and I was, in here with myself and maybe two other people. So I appreciate everybody that showed love and support the channel, and we're gonna keep grinding and we're gonna keep running it up. Yeah, man, I appreciate all the love.
Enigma, it's not rushing in. Enigma is it's educated. I'm gonna let my hands go when I get there. I'm gonna force my way there and let my hands go. I'm not gonna sit there on the outside and let the kid just pop me with a jab all day. I'm not going to sit there and just sit right there and march towards you with my hands up and let you hit me in my face all day.
My man Zenith 360 back in the building. He said, Keon, I got your Vegas flight paid for by baiting the lane. He didn't have the receipt, so he paid in cash. See you in Vegas, fam. Man, like I said, man, respect to both of y'all, man. We all going to have to link up in Vegas because it's finna be lit. Hey, Scotty already know it's finna be lit, man. I know you're gonna be working the fight, but when you gonna be free, Scotty, doing that weekend?
Oh, we'll talk offline.
Yeah. Cause we gonna have to do something big, dog. We gonna do something big, man. But yeah, man. Like at the end of the day, man. Getting ready to wrap it up, but we just need to get these fights. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? We need to, shit, do what we can as fans to let them know we not finna pay for no bullshit. If we don't get the fights that we want, we not finna pay for no bullshit, man. And I wanted to touch on the Wilder situation. I will be back tomorrow, and we gonna really get into that Wilder situation. If y'all notice, man, I had to change the motherfucking title of the video, and I had to change the thumbnail of the video. But tomorrow we gonna get on that Wilder situation for sure. But before we get up out of here, let me get some last words. Whoever want to go.
Well, I'll go. Man, I appreciate y'all, bro. It's always fun coming in here and debating about boxing. So, Batman and where I stay, y'all be good, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. I mean, everybody got their opinions, but it's much love and respect, bro. You know, I have a good time debating with you guys. But like I said, I got Dev, bro. 135, everybody.
For sure, man. And hey, appreciate it, Keon. You know, it's always a pleasure. You know, Batman coach, you know, having a panel, and it just proves that, you know, we can have a debate without it getting out of hand. Sound topics, you know what I'm saying? As always, y'all be sure to subscribe to Everything Boxing and Sports. Man, fuck with him. Like, share, subscribe, and keep on subbing to his channel.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, y'all go and subscribe to BN Boxing News, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all go show love to BNB Boxing News. Also, BNB Boxing News. Go show them some love and support. Go right now, subscribe to them, and go over subscribe to my man World Combat Sports. He covering all the big fights. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no faking on his part. He doing big things over there. So go show him some love. And when you doing your next live, Scotty? Scotty, I guess he gone. Batman. Yeah, Batman, man. Appreciate you, Batman, man. Tell them where to find you at, man. Let them know.
Man, you can find me on every Sunday at 7 on Drew Titan. Man, you know, all through the week, sometimes you can catch me on Keon, man, with Everything Boxing, man. You know, it was a good, man, that's what it is, man. Good men up here talking, man. You know, men, you know, talking boxing. I ain't gotta, you know, we disagree. Sometimes we get loud with each other, but, you know, it's never a disrespectful type, you know what I'm saying, moment on this show. So, you know what I'm saying, this type of the shows people need to come and watch. You know, come watch us on Drew Titan. You know, Drew Titan in the morning, too, at 9, right?
Yeah.
Drew come on at 9.
Come on at 6 where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't be getting up that motherfucker early. Sometimes
I was watching Drew this morning, man. I was watching Drew cook this morning, man.
Yeah, so man, go subscribe and look at my man Drew Titan at 9 o'clock in the morning, man. You know, this boxing thing, man, we need to see the best fight the best. You know, we need to stop pacifying these guys that y'all think is champions, but not trying to get in there with the best because they in a certain situation. Man, look, man. Boxing is dying, man, because of this shit, man. You know, the UFC is winning because they over there putting on the best shows. And boxing need to get back to what boxing used to be. Well,
you know, that's what I always talk about. The best gotta fight the best, and that's why we need these fights that we was talking about today. And you know, it's funny because I be seeing in the chat sometimes, like when we get into it, oh, they getting into it. Look at it. We do that shit. That's how we talk boxing. We passionate about the sport of boxing. So I'm not always going to agree with Batman. I'm not always going to agree with World Combat or Culture Money. People see me and Money, go at it. You know what I'm saying? We go, but that's just boxing talk. That's just how we talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. This is a panel where you can come on and you don't gotta have to fucking agree on everything. If a motherfucker come over here and agree with everything that I say, I know they ain't real because we don't got the same fucking brains. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. But it's all love at the end of the day. We all family, you know. But yeah, man, I appreciate, like, once again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching us cook today. Tomorrow, we're going to be back. We got a whole bunch of shit to touch on tomorrow that we didn't touch on today. I appreciate everybody in the super chat showing love and showing out. And like I said, thanks once again for getting me well over 5,000 subscribers. Let's keep running the number up, and we're going to keep putting out this content for y'all and bringing y'all this boxing news. Until tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we out.